following is a live presentation of CBC Sports.
Give the Devils their due. They're headed back to the Stanley Cup final.
And Dallas is going to the Stanley Cup.
On the street, the hottest ticket in town. You gotta see, this is it, there's no doubt. It's winner take all, it's what the game's all about. All the big guns gonna shoot out the lights. The place will be rocking because there's hockey tonight. Hard hitting, fast breaking, bullet on ice. The place will be rocking because hockey tonight. Scoring goals, taking hits. Who's that masked bandit giving everyone fits? Scream and shout, make some noise. Rocking and sounding loud. Sheriff's ready to go. All the big guns gonna shoot out the lights.
The place will be rocking because it's hockey night.
Hard hitting, fast breaking, bullet on ice. The place will be rocking, baby. It's hockey night.
Welcome to Labatt Championship Preview. From the Meadowlands, here's your host, Ron McLean.
Bob Boving, thanks a lot. There's public enemy number one everywhere but right here at Continental Airlines Arena in New Jersey. Who will Scott Stevens be putting a bullseye on tonight? Is it Mike Modano, Brett Hull, Joe Nieuwendyk? There's Modano, who's been a shining star all through this postseason. Second in points, one behind Brett Hull. He's got 19 as Modano. Jason Arnott, huge on that line with Peter Sikora and Patrick Elias. Arnott will be a physical presence for the New Jersey Devils, and Darian Hatcher will try to do to the Devils what Kevin Stevens, or Scott Stevens, I should say, will be doing to the Stars. It's the year 2000 Stanley Cup. Good evening, Ron McLean in New Jersey. Live as the teams warm up. Red Auerbach won more championships in any major sport than anybody. He used to always go into the room at the start and say, you know what, fellas, if you win this title, everywhere you go this summer, they'll look at you and say, you see him? He's a member of the greatest team in the world. And there's a lot of players in New Jersey who know what it's like to have a summer like that, and the defending Stanley Cup champions know that feeling. Both are out to get it over the next 2 weeks. Here's Claude Lemieux and Scott Russell.
3 Stanley Cups for Claude Lemieux, his 5th time to the final. Do you get nervous, excited about a challenge like this? I know it's old hat.
It is, but it's very exciting, and I know that I've been very lucky to get this many opportunities, and this is just a great thrill to be back and having a chance of winning another Stanley Cup.
Everybody talks about the defensive ability of your team. Do they underestimate the ability to score goals and to make it exciting?
Well, I think both clubs. I think Dallas plays a very smart defensive game, and we do the same thing. But you know, their big names are big names, and they've been known to getting it done for many years now. And we may have some younger players, but I think our guys can get it done as well, and we can score goals that we're going to need to win those hockey games.
Claude, on a personal note, this is exactly the circumstance for which Jersey went out and traded for you. How does that make a player feel that they want you here now?
Well, you know, it was great coming back. It's been a lot of fun being back here in Jersey all season long, and obviously having so much success in the playoffs and being in the Stanley Cup final. What else you can ask for? So I feel great about the opportunity, and I think the team's very excited.
Claude, thanks for this. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Claude Lemieux trying to win it for the 2nd time around with Jersey. Ron?
Claude Lemieux had the game-winning goal in Game 1 for the Devils in '95 when they won the Stanley Cup and was a force all the way through that postseason. Here's Mike Emmerich and Ralph Strangis, the play-by-play voices of the two teams who will battle for the 2000 Cup. And let's start with you. How about Lemieux? What did he do to bring the Devils to the final?
I think Claude Lemieux has been an impact player for the Devils, as you would expect him to be right at this time of year. Normally the goals that Claude gets are when the team is behind or tied. They're not light goals, they're significant goals in the game. So I have a tremendous grasp of the obvious. Claude is huge, Scott Stevens is huge, and so also is Martin Brodeur. They're all 3 from Canada.
Yes, good show. That'll put you in good stead on the coach's corner. And you were saying to me that Stevens definitely been the go-to guy. Ralph, for Dallas to win 2nd year in a row, what's got to happen?
Well, I think Ed Belfour's got to continue to be Ed Belfour. I think he's on a run that is superb right now. He's really coming into his own as maybe the best goaltender in the National Hockey League. I like the Stars when they play gritty, when they play nasty, if they can ugly this series up a little bit, like Scott Stevens. Richard Matvichuk has been a real force back there. They have similar numbers. Matvichuk leads the team in hits and block shots. I would look for Dallas to be more of an uglier, grittier, hard-working, kind of a lunch pail team, trying to slow down some of the speed and skill of the New Jersey Devils.
Has anybody run at Scott Stevens of the 3 previous series, Mike? Have they been able to dump it in his corner and pound him?
Not consistently. It seems to always go to Brian Rafalski, and 5 years ago it always went to Sean Chambers' corner when he was playing with Stevens. So maybe Dallas will pull out a new wrinkle and be able to do it successfully.
What's your big key for the Devils to be able to unseat Dallas?
Win 2 games at home. If they win 2 games here at home, the first 2, I think they'll win the series. If they don't, I don't think they will.
And the other thing I would ask you, he mentioned Ken Hitchcock in his press conference this morning. If Stevens takes out 1 of ours, we're taking out 2 of theirs. That's the ugly point. But is it just because of their penalty killing that you think Dallas can afford to be rough, or do you think it's just maybe that they've got a certain physical edge that they want to really take it to the forwards of the Devils?
I think they're good at being nasty, and I think they're careful and clever about it. I think that a lot of times things that they do are right on the edges. They don't get called for a lot of the stuff, and when they do, they know that their penalty killing is strong enough to get them out of trouble. So I see Dallas as the team that if they're able to be the aggressor and not the reactor, that will bode well for them. They want to take the game to New Jersey. New Jersey, as Mike said, they don't have a stellar record here in this building right now, and Dallas has been a very good road team through the last couple of regular seasons. Stars want to jump on them, try and get in here, steal 1 or more than 1, and then take it back to slushy, mucky Reunion Arena.
Thanks to Ralph Strangis and Doc Emmerich, the voices of the Stars and the Devils. Well, Guy Carbonneau goes into second all-time soon, passing Larry Robinson for games played in the postseason. He's going into his 226th tonight, and he's standing by with Scott Russell.
Guy Carbonneau chases his 4th Stanley Cup, 5th time to the final. Tell us about, do you still get nervous? Is there an anticipation?
I think so. I think, yesterday and this morning was you kind of trying to stay a little bit relaxed, but, when 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock arrive, it's pretty tough to try to contain yourself.
What about the approach that the Dallas Stars will take, particularly because you are the Cup champs? This is something that you want to keep, obviously.
Well, obviously, I think we started in September to achieve that. We had a little bit of difficulty during the regular season, but things are going well during the playoffs, and we're trying to keep it going.
Guy, thanks and good luck.
Thank you.
There's Guy Carbonneau, one of the NHL's great warriors. Ron?
Scott, thanks a lot. There's Marty Brodeur, 1.77 goals against, tops in the playoffs, and Eddie Belfour just as hot with an enormous save percentage and a 1.81 goals against. The 100th game of the year for the Stars and the Devils coming up.
Labatt Championship Preview. Brought to you by Labatt Blue. A whole lot can happen out of the blue. And by Home Depot, proud sponsor of the 2000 Canadian Olympic team.
This one's done.
Huh? Yeah, whatever.
The totally restyled all-wheel drive Subaru Forester. As easy on the eyes as it is on the road.
Guaranteed low price is definitely part of our service. It's like Home Depot 101. Our low price guarantee simply is we'll match and beat anybody by 10%. We price shop all of our competitors. Go ahead, shop around for lower prices so you won't find them. You'll definitely save a lot of money. With the money you save, you'll figure out something new to spend it on. Did you get a new truck?
Yeah.
Great. Saving money is hard to do. That's one of the reasons you keep coming back.
The Home Depot, where low prices are just the beginning.
Bobby Holik, who never quits. One thing about Holik, like Scott Stevens, he's one of the guys, if they get a lead, the Dallas Stars, you can always count on Holik to be gutty. And Joe Nieuwendyk, of course, the Conn Smythe Trophy winner, has scored some huge goals recently with him having the hot hand. And Jamie Langenbrunner, a possibility for Game 2, they're saying now. John Sim goes tonight. It's the new Glasgow Cup. Colin White for the Devils against John Sim. More on that in a moment. Montreal has stamped itself all over this series. Larry Robinson, Bob Gainey, and so many former captains. And our hearts are in Montreal, too. Equal parts of celebration and grief for Rocket Richard.
The word that became his name rang awesome power back then, even more than it does now. And when you say it the way they do in Quebec, Le Rocket, it gains a new mystic feel. He is revered. Was any athlete in any sport ever more appropriately named than Le Rocket? Did any at any time display more fury and ferocity, more unbridled all-out passion for the game? His very presence on the ice charged the air with a buzz so palpable you could feel it ripple through the forum, touching every hockey soul, touching off the inevitable explosion that came when he reached that magic scoring ground, the one that stretches from the blue line in. He owned that place. He was a goal scorer of the highest order, so great that a half-century later, he is still the mark we use to measure greatness. He is the standard. 50 goals in 50 games, a leading role forever in hockey's great flowing story, and a true ice warrior, Maurice Richard, Le Rocket.
This is the scene today at the Molson Centre in Montreal, where Rocket Richard lies in state. The family willing to share their grief with the community with the much-beloved Rocket Richard. Who will forget that 15-minute standing ovation when they closed the Montreal Forum? They say they've now had 200,000 fans share in this moment at Montreal today. They'll have the ceremony till 10 tonight. Tomorrow morning again from 8 till 10. Then Cardinal Turcotte at Notre Dame Basilica will conduct the state funeral for the Rocket. And CBC's coverage tomorrow morning, as you see, at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 6:30 Pacific time from Montreal. They'll have a special tribute, in fact, before the puck drop to Game 1 of the year 2000 Stanley Cup tonight here at Continental Airlines Arena. The New Jersey Devils and the Dallas Stars set to do battle in Game 1. The winner of Game 1 has gone on to win 79% of the Stanley Cups. Here's the captains on what they feel are the keys to the series.
Well, I think we need to have a good start and need to play well at home. We have home ice advantage, and we want to take advantage of that and keep that. Also stay on the penalty box and be in discipline. They have a great power play, and that's probably one of their biggest assets. Their special teams are all good, even their penalty killing. So we get to stay in the box, and that'll help a lot.
Well, we talked about it yesterday, and I think one of the things we have to focus on is worrying about our game, not worrying about so much what the Devils do, but worrying about putting our game on the ice shift after shift, game after game, and we feel if we do that we have a good chance of winning.
Want to see the results of our latest racing endeavors?
Honda is back in F1.
Just look in the garage. Honda, the largest engine manufacturer in the world.
Back in East Rutherford, New Jersey, these teams met twice during the season. Dallas won them both, 2-1 at Reunion and 3-2 here at the Meadowlands in March. Sean Madden, what a story. 6 shorthanded goals during the year, 2 key playoff goals, including a winner against Toronto. Got hurt, came back. He's overcome a lot in his hockey life.
Up with a puck in front. Oh, blast high by John Madden. Back in the lineup, and Madden with a terrific opportunity to open the scoring.
John Madden is living his dream. In one season, he's become a New Jersey Devil essential. But so much of what's interesting about Madden isn't what he's doing now. It's what he did to get here.
Honestly,
those times where we couldn't afford to pay for hockey, and that was right around the time hockey was getting really expensive in the Greater Toronto area.
When I was real broke, I used to drop them off at the arena and come back an hour and a half later and pick them up because I couldn't afford to get in. Right there, I just bought this barbecue and they were laughing at me and saying, "What are you going to cook, spaghetti?" Because there was never any meat in the freezer.
Madden and his two sisters rarely went without, but it was always a struggle. No matter, hockey remained John's dream. His mother supported it. But like most other parents, she emphasized the importance of education above all else.
My mom had strong beliefs about going to school and being smart and doing all the right things. There was a lot of times I could have done some things that, just like every other kid, some things that, parents don't agree with the law, breaking the law and so on and so forth. But I stuck to my guns and I knew what I wanted to do.
He knew that if he made it into college, he'd have a better chance in the NHL.
And then a glorious opportunity, a chance to combine his education with the sport Madden loved. Michigan came calling with a full scholarship, if only he could pass the entrance exams.
I wrote them twice and I didn't put much pressure on myself, and I thought, well, SATs, I'll pass them, no big deal. I'm not a dumb kid, I could pass them. I got good grades, go to school. For some reason, they're a little tougher than I thought.
Well, the first time when he flunked them, he thought they were going to send a ringer in to do the test for him. And I said, no, that's all in the movies.
Just one more obstacle, but one Madden managed to overcome with help.
And I got 1,000 on it. I don't know how I went from 690 to 1,000, but it was a lot of tutoring, which the Barrie Colts did for me. They put up a guy, and I went to see him every day of the week, and we went over the SATs every day for at least a month.
The worst that could have happened was Madden could have gone to Michigan and got his education, but he went further than that. He kept attracting the attention of the NHL, especially in his final year.
Things were going really well, but still no indication of anybody in the NHL still interested until the final year, which, like I said, I was really lucky because Brendan Morrison was there, who was a high draft pick for the Devils, and Mike Legg was there at the time, who also was a Devil pick, so they had a lot of guys coming to the games, and from what I understand, every time they left, Lou kept saying, Lou Lamoriello kept saying, I really like that Madden kid. So it was good for me to get the exposure.
I had gone myself several times, and a lot of our scouts throughout the years, for whatever reason, we came back almost collectively liking John Madden. And what it was we liked about him was his intensity on the ice. He always dogged the puck. He always created things, and that sort of sticks with you.
School sometimes took the place of hockey growing up. Hockey spun out of college, and then hockey produced the best day of John Madden's life, the day he was signed as a free agent by the Devils.
I got $75,000, which was, I was ecstatic. I couldn't believe it. I was just like, wow. And I went down there, and
John and myself had a meeting in my office, and I just said, if you want to play, you have to make a decision today.
Lou gave me my money, and I got in the car with my wife, Lauren. At the time, she was just my girlfriend, and I was just, I couldn't even drive. My hands were trembling, and she was just like all smiles, and it was an unbelievable feeling. And then I couldn't even drive. I had to let her drive all the way to Connecticut, where she lived at the time. I couldn't drive. I was just hysterical. I had pulled over twice to phone my mom and dad, and my mom didn't believe me. She goes, no.
I just didn't believe him, and he was like, he had to show me all the paperwork and everything.
Because times were tough for you as a kid, did that seem like all the money in the world?
Absolutely. I mean, and the scary part was, I didn't know what to do with it. I mean, I had so many things that I wanted to do with it, and I said, no, I'm just going to save it. And that's what I did. I mostly saved all my money. I didn't just go out and buy things. I mean, obviously bought my wife something nice, and then that was it. I just put it all away and went to Albany that year and hoping to make it to the NHL.
Have you got a message, do you think, for kids who find it tough to stay in the game now?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you have a goal in life, don't let anybody tell you different. Just go after it. There's people out there that will help you. You just have to find the right people.
It's the longest recreational trail in the world. So it's not surprising that the world's original sport utility vehicle was the one chosen to open it up. After all, if you were building a trail linking Canada from coast to coast to coast, what would you choose?
spiked shoes, $120. Ball marker, $2. Putter, $280. No goalie, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Accepted everywhere from rinks to links.
You have firearms? Here's an important message. The law requires you to have a firearms license or a valid FAC by the end of this year. Everyone who owns or uses a firearm needs a license. This is not the same thing as a registration certificate or a hunting license. Starting next year, you'll have to show your license to purchase ammunition. Don't delay. Apply now. We can help you with your application. Call 1-800-731-4000 or visit our website. A message from the Government of Canada.
The Great Lakes' favorite son, Pat Daly, is coming to Ontario. Join Jerome Taylor Pontiac Buick GMC as they welcome Pat Daly to the Cove Marina in Tilbury, Ontario, Saturday, June 17th at 6 p.m. Don't miss Pat Daly in a benefit performance for Tilbury Rotary, Saturday, June 17th, 6 p.m. Cove Marina on Lake St. Clair. For tickets, call 800-224-8338. Doors open at 3 p.m.
Labatt Championship preview continues. We get set for Game 1. Fans weren't always fired up about their Devils. Remember November '83. Gretzky was so mad that Ron Lowe, his goaltender in New Jersey, got shelled 13-4. Here comes the Zamboni. Better get out of the way. Wayne Gretzky was so upset for Ronnie Lowe, the goaltender of the Devils. He says, these Devils, it's Mickey Mouse. Of course, now Mickey and Wayne are NHL owners, and they went out and got Kirk Muller that summer. And now, you know, he comes back here tonight to his old haunts. Well, two players who've played 30 seasons combined and never had the cup feeling, Dave Manson and Sylvain Cote, are gunning tonight.
Well, you know, I always set my hopes really high, and I knew that down the road, you know, you would get rewarded, you know, I think, by playing, you know, so many years and having done so much hard work down the road, you know, even as a teenager, you know, to get to this point in life, and I knew that somehow down the road, you know, somebody would take care of me, you know, and put me in the right place to be at the right time.
Well, it's a case of where I didn't consider my career over by any means, but, you know, 14 years and I'd been close, but hadn't taken that final step. I didn't think maybe this was possible.
You know, I was fortunate that, you know, I got traded. Dave, you know, came and so, you know, we were like buddies and friends, and so we kind of shared a lot of time and a lot of thinking together, and that's what we said. I said, you know, at least now we have a chance of doing it, you know, for the first time in our career, so let's not waste it.
Well, you know, all the sacrifices that you made are worth it now, you know, that you get a chance to finally win it. And, you know, the way this year started out in Chicago, we were a team that was, you know, struggling at that time for an identity and to make the playoffs. And then when the trade happened and you finally, you know, you see that you went to a team like Dallas, you know, this situation couldn't have gotten brighter for both of us.
Anytime that you're able to lace them up every night and go and do your job, I mean, you know, and do what you require and what you ask for, I think is a part of your job. And like I said, you know, we're there to, you know, to make sure that we don't get in trouble in our own zone, and that, you know, if we come out even or plus, you know, after a game, you know, that's our job. And you know, we're there to take for the big top four, you know, for them to take a breather once in a while.
It's a case of where we both took the final step the other night and we realized that, hey, we're finally getting a shot at this. And, you know, it's like controlled emotion. You don't want to get too high for fear that you maybe, you know, start celebrating too early.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you grew up as a young kid, and I remember back in the 70s watching Montreal and Philadelphia winning the Cups and patching it around. It is something that, you know, that you dream about, and you hope that one day you'll have, you know, the same chance.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for it to get going here. I'll be tough time sleeping this afternoon, but after I get this first couple shifts under my belt, I think I'll settle down a little bit.
Dave Manson and Sylvain Cote playing together as a tandem and playing a lot for Ken Hitchcock's gang. They've been tremendous defensively with their presence throughout these playoffs. Another factor will be here in New Jersey, the owner, John McMullen, who sold the team earlier this year. Players really love their owner here and would love to deliver for him. So the stories continue to mount as we prepare for Game 1.
Future Look. Brought to you by Ford. For now, forever.
Tonight on Future Look, going, Gagne.
Hey, Tim, I need to borrow your truck for some plywood. Tim, buddy, I got this load of bricks.
Help us move on the 8th?
Ton of drywall. Boat engine.
Boat?
Some steel pipes.
Piano.
Owners of the new Ford F-150 Super Crew really love to get away from it all because they have a lot more to get away from.
20-year-old Simone Gagne spent 3 seasons in the Quebec Junior League before being drafted by the Philadelphia Flyers, 22nd overall in the 1998 entry draft. Last year with the Ramparts, he led the league in points, assists, and had a plus-minus of 53+. At 6 foot, 185 pounds, he was with Canada's silver medal team at the 99 World Junior Championships and led the tournament with 7 goals, 4 of which came in 1 game to tie a Team Canada record set by Mario Lemieux. This year, among NHL rookies, he was 4th in scoring. He was 1st in power play goals and had 20 on the season. He also had 5 more in the playoffs.
I had a chance to play with a great team, and that's helped a lot on your first year. And I had a chance to play with Mark Rickey. Was a pretty good player for my first season, and this guy helped me a lot. And all the guys, I think, helped me to have a great adaptation for my first year, and probably that's the key when you have a chance to play with a good team, great guy, great organization. That's helped a lot.
Future Look. Brought to you by Ford. For now, forever.
It's made for rust, and it's made to last. It's bright and new because it dries so fast. So what's going on?
It's Trim-Clad.
It keeps walls and walkways attractive and neat. It's the perfect paint to cover concrete. So what's going on?
It's Trim-Clad.
To completely revive a great old door, spray on hammered or brilliant silver decor. So what's going on?
It's Trim-Clad.
Fast dry concrete, hammered and metallic. New paints from a trusted old friend. Trim-Clad. It's what's going on.
Guaranteed low price is definitely part of our service. It's like Home Depot 101. Our low price guarantee simply is we'll match and beat anybody by 10%. We price shop all of our competitors. Go ahead, shop around for lower prices so you won't find them. You'll definitely save a lot of money. With the money you save, you'll figure out something new to spend it on. Did you get a new truck?
Yeah.
Great. Saving money is hard to do. That's one of the reasons you keep coming back.
The Home Depot, where low prices are just the beginning.
Man, that 3-star selection stuff's pretty exciting, eh? Sure is.
Yeah, who would have thought I'd be number 1?
Whatever, Darren.
Hey, they always save the best for last.
Whatever.
Hey, smarten up, you guys. You know who number 1 is. Hey, don't you guys forget it either.
Yeah, Dad, you're number 1.
It's not me, it's the customer. It's the customer.
See Leo and the boys at Rassico Chrysler Amherstburg, where you always come out on top.
From center ice to center stage, the NHL's best are honored for their achievements at the NHL Awards. Hockey Night in Canada's Ron MacLean hosts this year's gala event, the NHL Awards 2000, June 15th at 8 on CBC. This is Scott Stevens and some of his teammates. This is Mike Modano and his teammates. And they all want this, the Stanley Cup Championship, next on CBC. Labatt Championship Preview. Brought to you by Labatt Blue. A whole lot can happen out of the blue. And by Home Depot, proud sponsor of the 2000 Canadian Olympic team.
Back at the Continental Airlines Arena, the Stars won the 2 meetings this season, so New Jersey won by 1 point, the right for home ice advantage, but not because of Dallas. That March 15th victory, 3-2 here, was just 8 days before Robbie Fatorik was fired. You see all the experience of the 2 teams. Both Keane and Lemieux have won cups with 3 different cities, and in total, Stanley Cup rings represented Dallas heads by 14. Tonight's show will be seen in 172 countries, but it's always with respect to the Stanley Cup, a hockey night in Canada. We'll face it off and hear from the coaches next.
There's a dream that lives deep in every heart. Heroes carve their name, legends leave their mark, and it's worth the sweat, and it's worth the pain, 'cause the chance may never come again. Give it all you got, take your best shot. The fire burns deep inside. Stand among the giants, yeah. For the game belongs to the swift and the strong. Though the flame burns bright, in an instant it's gone. It's the spirit of the game, and the legend lives on and on. But the chance may never come again. Oh no, the chance may never come again.
Live from the Continental Airlines Arena, East Rutherford, New Jersey, the year 2000 Stanley Cup has come down to the Dallas Stars, the defending champions, against the last team from the Eastern Conference ever to win it, the New Jersey Devils. Good evening, welcome to Hockey Night in Canada. I'm Ron McLean. Ann McLean, no relation, is the mayor of New Glasgow, Nova Scotia, on the Northumberland Strait, an hour and a half out of Halifax, Nova Scotia. What are the odds that in a town of 10,000, they'd have two players, one on either side, John Sim of Dallas versus Colin White of New Jersey, fighting for the right to bring the cup home this summer. No matter how small your roots, no matter how wild the odds, there's always a chance, and it's happening for two and their mates as we get set for the cup tonight. Let's begin the story with Larry Robinson and Scott Russell.
Larry Robinson won 6 Stanley Cups as a player, tries for his first as a head coach. What leads you to believe that your team can do this?
Well, we've come this far. I think we've been through some adversity, and especially coming back from that 3-1 deficit against Philly. I think our guys got a lot of character from that, and learned a lot about themselves and a lot about the team. And we've worked hard to get this far, so might as well go on.
Dallas is another big team, Larry. Do you expect a physical battle as they do?
Well, they are a physical team. I think our styles are very similar in that, you know, we don't give the other team that much, and so scoring is going to be probably tough to come by, and may come down to specialty teams, so they've got a heck of a power play, and our penalty killing has been doing pretty good, so it'll be a great test for us.
Larry, thanks for this. Good luck.
Thanks, Ken.
There's Larry Robinson, head coach of the Jersey Devils. Ron?
We'll hear from Ken Hitchcock in a moment. Let's go upstairs to the broadcast booth. Bob Cole and Harry Neale.
Ron, we all know Scott Stevens is having a great playoff. He's answered the bell every night, and he's rung a few too, right? Now he's got to face two pretty good scorers, Modano and Hull. And Larry Robinson will get him out against them as much as possible. What'll happen, Harry?
Well, first of all, they're 1-2 in the scoring, Modano and Hull. They've scored 9 of the 14 goals against Colorado. That's 63% of their offense. But Stevens is used to these huge assignments. Can you imagine playing most shifts in round 1 against Bury, round 2 against Sundin, round 3 against Leclerc, and held those 3 scores to 1 total goal? Stevens is a marked man. but he can do it.
28 teams to start. We're down to 2, Dallas and New Jersey for the Stanley Cup run.
All right, let's head over to the Dallas dressing room. Ken Hitchcock has prepared his team to try and get what he calls status by winning back-to-back Stanley Cups, and he's standing by now with Scott Russell.
Ken, you've talked a lot about your team's ability to survive in order to get to the final. Well, you're here now. I wonder if it turns into killer instinct when you're the Cup champ.
Well, I think we have to. We're starting on the road. We know we're going to have to win some road games to win this series, and I think we have to start it tonight and get after things much more aggressively than maybe if you were the home team. But from our standpoint, we've got to build on that momentum that we got from Game 7.
A lot of people expect a knockdown, drag-them-out battle. Two big teams. Would they be right?
Yes, very much so. I think that both teams are really proud organizations. There's a lot of pride within the dressing rooms of both groups, and I think there's a lot at stake here from a player standpoint, not only with Jersey, but with ourselves.
Ken, thanks for this and good luck.
Thanks.
There's Ken Hitchcock, coach of the defending Stanley Cup champions. Ron?
And here's Don Cherry for his thoughts on the year 2000 Cup.
2000, been a long road here. We started April 8th. We're finally here. The atmosphere's there. I tell you, I loved opening on the road all the time. Scotty Bowman did too all the time, because all you have to figure, all you need is one. The other guy's got to win 2. They got the pressure on them. Going to be a rough series, let me tell you. I love what Kidshot said, eh? He said, look, they heard one of our guys and put him out. We're going to put 2 of their guys out. Going to be a tough. You're going to have to give them a little time, though. Going to take them about a period and a half to get going, because they come out of some tough series.
What about Scott Stevens? Is there anything you could do to prevent him from going at Nieuwendyk or Modano?
Hey, let me tell you something. Nieuwendyk and Modano are 2 guys that do the crisscross and all the time. I'm sure they've been told. They watched Eric and all that, but they're the 2 guys that he's looking for right now.
Who are you picking?
I'm picking Dallas. I picked them right at the start. I'm still going with them all the way.
Looking for respect.
And you are?
I'll go with the New Jersey Devils. Only fun if I pick the opposition, right?
Don't pick them anyhow. Don't give me that.
Okay, here we go to the public address announcer for the starting lineups for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Game 1 of the 2000 Stanley Cup Champion between the Western Conference champion Dallas Stars and the Eastern Conference champions, your New Jersey Devils. And now the starting lineups for the Dallas Stars. On defense, number 2, Darian Hatcher. And number 24, Richard Matvechuk. At left wing, number 45, Brendan Morrow. At right wing, number 16, Brett Hull. At center, number 9, Mike Modano. And in goal, number 20, Ed Belfour. The head coach of the Stars is Ken Hitchcock. And now for the New Jersey Devils. Starting on defense, number 4, Scott Stevens. And number 28, Brian Rafalski. At left wing, number 26, Patrick Elliott. At right wing, number 17, Peter Sikora. At center, number 25, Jason Arnott. And in goal, number 30, Martin Brodeur. the head coach of the Devils, Larry Robinson. Ladies and gentlemen, as we prepare for the opening face-off of the 2000 Stanley Cup Championship, please join us in remembering one of the greatest champions ever to have graced the ice.
On CBC, Hockey Night in Canada, brought to you by Labatt Blue. A whole lot can happen out of the blue.
Nice. Say no to Gary. We're talking about. She wasn't sexy.
This portion of Hockey Night in Canada, brought to you by Ford F-Series, Canada's truck event, on now.
Back in New Jersey as we get set for the first game of this year's Stanley Cup Championship. The Dallas Stars trying to make it 2 in a row. History shows us teams coming back to the Stanley Cup, having won it the year before, have a tremendous record. The Detroit Red Wings came back for their second cup and won it in a sweep over the Washington Capitals. Pittsburgh came back for their second cup, won it in a sweep over the Blackhawks. The Oilers in '88 swept the Boston Bruins, and before that they came back in '85 and won in just 5 games against Philadelphia. So if history means anything, Dallas looks like they're in good shape coming into New Jersey. Now, game-winning goals, key goals. Brett Hull, of course, has a Stanley Cup winning goal, albeit a controversial one last year. Claude Lemieux scored a huge goal in '95 to get the Devils started. Neale Broughton actually had the Stanley Cup winning goal in '95. In fact, he had the Stanley Cup winners in games 3 and 4 to pace the Devils in that one. Wayne Gretzky leading the way with 24 all time. Well, as we get set for game number 1, a reminder the team winning game 1 of the Stanley Cup champion has won 48 out of 61 Stanley Cups, or 79% of the time. As Don Cherry mentioned, Dallas wants to do it on the road where they've been impressive so far in the playoffs. Let's get to the booth and Bob and Harry. Bob.
Thank you, Ron, and hello again, everybody. We're set for the Stanley Cup Championship. Of course, the sellout crowd at the Continental Airlines Arena, 19,040. Ed Belfour has gone 8 straight games now, allowing 2 goals or less, including all 7 games against Colorado. Martin Brodeur against the Flyers had a .215 goals against average and a save percentage of .911. So, 2 great goalies in the final.
No question about that. Hitchcock regarding the dream he has to repeat as the Stanley Cup champion. Dreams are what you get started. Discipline is what keeps you going. So this is anybody's series. Both these teams have got a little better as the playoffs have worn on. Larry Robinson, in his first Stanley Cup final as a coach, told me this morning, each playoff round success only buys an admission ticket to a much more difficult problem.
Don Koharski is number 12, and Bill McCreary is number 7. These are the 2 referees in this first game of the best of 7. Working the lines in this game, Ray Scapinello and Jay Shares. So now we go. The Stanley Cup Championship. Nice to have you aboard. Stand by for a great series. Arnott, Sikora, and Eliash starting for the Devils. Rafalski and Scott Stevens, the defenseman. Against Hatcher and Matt Tkachuk on the blue line for Dallas. And up front, left to right, Morrow, Modano, and Hull. Roeder ready. The ref is ready. Are you ready? Here we go. Rafalski passes back to Stevens. Arnott is the open man. He goes the other way to Sikora, and he dumped it in before he got to center. Easily cleared by Hatcher, just out over the line. The Devils will try to move it in again. Rafalski this time gets to center and shoots it in. It hit Hatcher. Backhands it around the goal. Hull, nobody open, dumped it away. Morrow nearly caught up to it. He's quick. Number 45 for Dallas. Hooked in over the line, right to the net. Belfour hooked it away to center ice. Hull was starting to go to the far side as if he were to change. Now they will make the change, both teams. Stars shooting the puck to center. Rafalski knocked it down, got it over the line. Matt Tkachuk was waiting and turns it back. So they called that the delayed whistle. It was offside.
The only group that's talked more about Scott Stevens than the media are probably the Dallas Stars. 61 hits in these playoffs, 8 points, a +6, and in each of the 3 previous series, he has delivered resounding body checks. Of course, the last one against Lindros.
Andolfo, Holik, and Lemieux for New Jersey. Thornton, Nieuwendyk, and John Sim for Dallas. Nieuwendyk won the draw. That's Cote around the net. Manson didn't expect the pass. Lemieux gets a good shot away. Right off the bat. Inside the line, just off the boards, and right on Belfour.
Well, Claude Lemieux saves his best performances for the 4th round of the playoffs. He's proven that before, and he gets the first chance to score in this, the first game of the 2000 finals. Sylvain Cote on a little bit of a bad pass to Manson, picked off by Lemieux, and Belfour makes the easy save.
Good quick shot by Lemieux. Face off, Pandolfo hooked from behind and couldn't move on the puck. Now he's after it. Behind the net and missed picking it up. Dallas will bring it out. Thornton's pass through center. It's knocked in by Cote high over the net. Roeder will scoop it up and hang on to it.
Well, let's have a look at the Dallas Stars lineup here for Game 1. It's exactly the one that won it Game 7 for them. Zubov with the big power play goal on the defense. Muller, who played and was captain of the New Jersey Devils early in his NHL career. This must be a special series for him. Brett Hull leads the NHL playoffs in points and is tied with 9 goals with his line mate, Mike Modano.
Flashy Mike Modano is back on for Dallas. Can't win this draw. However, he's there in the corner and takes a shot as Morrow got it back to him. And again, it comes out to Sikora, and he nailed it out over the line. Devils can't pick it up, though. Eliash reached for it. Couldn't quite get there. Arnott does the forechecker. Modano made a good play to get it over along his own line, and it's shot away by Sidor and in. Eliash tapped it on the boards. And again, he failed to get it out. Hooked it over near his own net. Modano couldn't center it. Rafalski had covered up. Eliash takes it again and flipped it to center ice. Cautious the start to this game, both teams. You might expect that. First game of the Stanley Cup Championship. Cleared down through center. Matt Tkachuk, the defenseman, was up. Rafalski shoots a high one in, heads off. Gomez is racing in. Belfour reached out to stop that pass out in front of his own net. And then he has to be careful with Gomez and Nemchinov working hard along the boards. Gomez lost the chance to clear it center. Off the stick, wide. Gomez gets it back out in front. Chinov was there, but the pass intercepted. Dallas in a little trouble now trying to cover this line. And Chinov behind the goal. Lyashenko can't take it from him. Gomez along the boards and coming out to the line. Long shot is blocked and cleared by Matmachuk to the line, and now out to center ice. Nearing 3 minutes, first period. Jersey showing signs of going for the first goal. Gomez shoots it in. First attack really by either team. Kept in by New Jersey again. Hatcher can't clear it. McKay comes in, shoots. Outlaw did not see it. It hit his stick and hit his skate, and I don't think he saw it. It stayed out. McKay bumped on the board, centered it. Dallas hanging on and dumping the puck to center ice. Muller went up and he's nailed. McKay brings it back in. Backhands it to the corner. Belfour leaving the net. Took a look. Left it there. Hansen had to shoot it along the boards. Malikov stopped him. Now it's cleared to center ice. Colin White lost it. Muller was pretty cool holding it outside the line with Marshall. Now shooting it in. White takes it around the net. So far, good offense by New Jersey. They came very close to getting the first goal. It's scoreless at the 4-minute mark. Dallas unable to clear again. Lemieux nearly got in. Nieuwendyk racing away at his own line and circled. And through center. Nieuwendyk lost it. They're having a tough time getting organized. The Stars are. Nieuwendyk bumped by Holy. Malikov moving up a low shot. Stick save. Easy save for Belfour. Shot away to the boards. Tipped out by Sim. And Nieuwendyk went up there after it. He and Thornton went in there. They go offside at the New Jersey line.
Well, the game didn't take very long to heat up physically. Malikov just threw a bone-crushing check on Marshall in front of the Dallas bench. Here it is right here on Sim, Scary, right here. Right into the support. Ends where the glass starts. And then down in front of the New Jersey bench, the favor was returned. So Lemieux takes a good, healthy run at Joe Nieuwendyk. So it didn't take very long for some animosity to appear in this game. And I think we're going to see it throughout the series.
Two big, strong, tough teams. No question, Harry, you will see it throughout this series. Rafalski, a quick pass. Arnott had to shove it away to center ice, and Hatcher will scoop it back in. Rafalski backing up. Miss Sikora with the pass. Matmachuk has some time with Sikora coming in to watch him. Hatcher, our side. Anybody open? Don't think so. So he tried to bat it down the ice. It was cleared into Belfour, and he got it out again. Rafalski racing back. Modano nearly caught up to it. He does! And rescuing the puck was Brodeur. And then he was bumped. The crowd doesn't like that. Close call.
Brett Hull was the player that bumped into Martin Brodeur and then gave him a friendly little "I'm sorry" tap on the blocker glove. But going to the net will be a habit both teams try to develop, and here's a good example of it early. A mix-up in communication between Stevens and Brodeur. And there you can see Hull that fell into Brodeur. Here's another look at it. They're talking to each other, but they get confused, and it nearly cost them the first goal of the finals. And then Hull is twisted around by Rafalski and bumps into Brodeur. Now watch this. He's going to give him a little taps in. Sorry, Martin.
Won't happen again. Face off to the right of Martin. Dallas with the draw. Segura got it along the boards to the corner. Lehtinen trying to swing out front, and he does. McGillney was there, did not clear it. Now Dallas is attacking. Zubov centering pass didn't work. Lehtinen again around the net. Chased by Danakol. Dallas pressing behind the goal. Lehtinen working well back there. Going the other way. Gomez couldn't stop him. Iashenko went over and dropped back to the line. Filling that spot left by the defenseman who was pinching in. And cuts a slot. And Iashenko's shot was deflected by Danakol into the crowd.
Well, the New Jersey Devils are playing with these 6 defensemen who played so well during the playoffs, highlighted by the great performance of Stevens. Nemchinov is playing the first game since he was cut for 40 stitches in the Philadelphia series. Said he could have played, but he couldn't get his helmet on. The swelling was so bad. And a player who's played every playoff game for the New Jersey Devils, Danik Lashenko blocks a big-time chance by Lashenko, and it goes out of the crowd, out of the rink into the crowd.
Criminal winning the draw. Devils get it out over the line, though. A race for it. That's Madden trying to cut in. He's a quick skater and gets in front of the net now, waiting for the pass. It doesn't come. McKay got it back to the line. Shot deflected and stopped. Dallas get it out. Marshall without the helmet fired it in, hoping Muller could knock it down. That was a high pass for Muller. He missed it, but it's cleared back out. Here come the Devils, led by John Madden again. Long shot, missing the goal. Rebound, tapped away from McKay. Breland is bumped on the boards in the corner. Shakes loose, hooked it away with a skate. Then it's cleared along the line by Marshall and out and down inside the Devils line. Stevens moving around twice to get away from the Downhill. Pass goes astray, and Matt Tkachuk got it back to Hatcher. Gary and Hatcher played it to center. Devils bring it up over the line again. Holik can't make it in front of the net. Matt Tkachuk stopped him. They go after it, though, and Belfour, or rather, yes, he tried to leave the net and then got back out front quickly. Nearly got caught in the other series like that. That time he was really behind the net and in traffic. But he got back, no damage anyway, as they fight for it on the boards. And Holik now gets it out front. Hatcher was standing in front of Belfour and cleared it. Up, down through center, and the Devils are coming strong again. Holik shot up high and caught by Belfour. No score, 7-10 gone in the first period.
In 1966, Ford F-Series were Canada's best-selling trucks. People counted on them like a good friend. After 34 years in a row, they're still Canada's #1 selling line of pickups. Now, during Canada's truck event, lease the Ford F-150 XLS Super Cab for $349 a month. Get over $2,400 in extras, including aluminum wheels, running boards, bed liner, and more. Canada's truck event at your Ontario Ford dealer. And friends, well, you can always count on them.
To catch a killer,
We've got a live one, people.
Agent Malcolm Turner will stop at nothing.
I can handle anything.
This Friday,
I've gone undercover as Big Mom.
you are a genius. Martin Lawrence.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
What the hell are you doing?
Get ready
Hi, Big Mama.
Damn, you fine.
for the big bust.
Surprise. It just got serious.
Big Mama's House. Friday, only in theaters.
Does hair loss bother you? Investigate my micro and mini grafting technique. I'm Dr. Christopher Cole, and I personally perform your individual consultation, artistic hairline design, and hair transplant procedure. I do it with the greatest attention to detail to create the most natural appearance possible. Boating, swimming, tennis, sailing. Enjoy your natural-looking, growing hair in any activity you want. Take advantage of the favorable U.S. exchange rate. We're just 20 minutes from the border. The Cole Clinic for Hair Transplants.
Both goaltenders have had tough times early in this game, and any sign that this is going to be a boring, trapping, not take a chance forechecking series in the first 8 minutes. We haven't seen much of it. Both teams trying to get that first goal.
Especially in New Jersey. They have been attacking the defenders for Dallas over the first 7 minutes of this first game. And again, they keep the puck in on winning the draw along the boards, though. Heavy traffic in around the net. Arnott was in front of the goal, tipping it in. Elias did the work, and Arnott was in front of the goal.
One of the problems Dallas is going to face, bigger, stronger forwards for New Jersey than for Colorado. Their draw was really scrambled. Nobody won it. Then Arnott will kick it loose to Elias, 26. And Arnott goes to the front of the net and gets a pass from Sikora. So the big line for the New Jersey Devils scores the first goal of the finals. Good puck recovery in the offensive zone. Go to the net with your stick on the ice. Arnott did, and it's 1-0.
Arnott's fifth. Sikora and Elias assisting 1-0. New Jersey. Gomez now first game. Zadora flipped it on the glass, a little high into the crowd. 1-0, first goal of the series, scored by New Jersey.
Jason Arnott, a player who had a bit of a slow start in the playoffs, is saving his best hockey for the next round, and he looks like he's at it again. He's a tough customer to tie up on the defensive zone coverage. Nieuwendyk has him tied up, lets him go. Arnott beats Nieuwendyk to the front of the net and takes the pass from Sikora, and it's 1-0, a defensive zone miscue by the Dallas Stars.
Good passing by Arnott, Sikora, and Eliash. And a fast move in front of the net by Jason Arnott. Split-second timing. Tipped it in, 1-0. Morrow shoots the puck to center ice. Rafalski played it back to Lemieux. Here's a long shot. It was blocked. Matvichuk standing up the line. Let that one hit him. Long shot for Belfour now. Caught that and held on.
Looking for an all-purpose tire like the Goodyear Wrangler RTS? Come to Canadian Tire. We've got what you need to get away.
You can certainly teach a player how to shoot better, pass better, and maybe even work harder, but you can't teach him how to be bigger. And that size came in handy for Arnott to beat Nieuwendyk to the front of the net after the scrum for the puck against the board.
4-1 other shots in favor of the New Jersey Devils. To keep winning these draws in the attacking zone, Belfour has to leave the net again. For Madden coming up, forechecking. Benson shot it away though, and Marshall shot, it's offside.
Well, this is the 4th time in the history of the Dallas-Minnesota North Star. 81, the Islanders beat the North Stars in the finals. 91, Pittsburgh beat them. And last year, it was Dallas over Buffalo. And they're trying to repeat. Look at the record of each team has when they score first. It's outstanding for both of them.
Madden won the draw ahead. He's with McKay and Breland again. They stay on. And the Devils start out. Defensemen are going to carry. Niedermeyer through center. Backhands it in. Madden just to hang on at the line to stay on side. Did a good job of it. Hansen watching the forechecker. Breland come at him. And he nearly stopped it. But he got it back and shot it over center ice. Marshall shot easily grabbed. Brodeur just watched that one come in into his glove, and he held on.
Well, Brodeur is the best puck-handling goalie in the National League, and maybe whoever played in this National Hockey League. And the Dallas Stars, to a large degree, are a shoot-it-in team. And they'd be wise to keep the shoot-ins not only away from Brodeur, but make him go get him on his backhand. Because if you let this guy go and get it on his forehand, he's going to either dump it out of the zone or make a clever breakout pass.
1-0 New Jersey. They didn't do that one fairly. Again, they'll drop it to the left of Martin Brodeur. Lyashenko is number 36 for Dallas. Lehtinen Park to his left. Checking the clock to make sure nothing has changed.
Well, they'll put a second or two back on the clock. 1-0 Devils, 11-12 or thereabouts to go. 1 second.
Might make a difference later on.
Yes, it could.
Dallas trying to win these draws. It's back of the net. Keane dumped it out front. Niedermeyer was there, lost it. One shot is deflected. Again over the glass, into the crowd, up behind Brodeur.
Well, the New Jersey Devils have got some great mileage out of their 4 young players. Gomez, Madden, White, for sure. And when you have a kid who comes into this league as a rookie and can play as well as this young fella Gomez has, that's a real bonus.
Dallas getting the draw. Arshenko played it back. Intercepted though by Nemchinov. He got it out quickly. Gilney threw it through center. Got over the line. Pass nearly picked off by Nemchinov. Dallas attacking. Shot in by Lyashenko. Niedermeyer doesn't play it out. O'Gilney shot it behind his own net and skates with it. Around the net and he comes out. Had to go back with it to Niedermeyer. Through center. Had to dump it in. Nice pass, McGillney. McGillney gets in. And the pass in front of the net. He might have had a shot there. Was in great position. Elected to pass into Nemchinov. Nemchinov falling in the zone. And it's brought out by Lehtinen. To center. Shot in by Sador. McGillney hit him. And Stevens takes it for New Jersey around the net. Nieuwendyk, the forechecker up there. It's knocked down by Thornton. Thornton can't keep it in though. And it's a one-on-one. Sikora is up there and he's caught from behind. Good back checking by Nieuwendyk to catch him. The goalie played it away from Sikora. Malikov can't stop it. And down inside the line is White. Elias fired it off the boards up to the line. Comes up, picks it up. He gets that move and played it well. Gets in there and goes after it. Flipped it behind the net. Arnott over there, the goal scorer, the only goal scorer in the game so far. Thornton missed a chance, but up through center. They get over the line. Hatcher to Thornton. Shoots off the glove of Brodeur. Couldn't hang on to it. Off the boards and center. Brodeur knocked it away. Matvichuk's shot is stopped by the goalie. And it's knocked down at the line. Hatcher dumped it behind the goal. Heads off. Puck comes out. Back in. Offside. 9:08 left in the first. You're watching the Stanley Cup Championship on CBC, brought to you by Labatt Blue.
Yeah, the special tonight is an herb supreme. Capsicum, sage thyme, stuffed with duxelle, lying on animaux chimé le besame pelacé with noisette spätzle.
Wow. What is that?
Excuse me. It's chicken.
There's a lot to be said for clarity in life and in finances. Clarica, investment and insurance solutions.
Lunch. Oh, a chicken salad sandwich, please. Chicken salad sandwich? Just get a really good chicken salad sandwich.
Hungry for a home-style lunch? Tim Hortons Chunky Chicken Salad Sandwich is made fresh and fast for you with a freshly baked country bun. Along with a medium soft drink and a donut, it's just $3.99.
Chicken salad sandwich.
Come home for lunch at Tim Hortons.
Life is moving faster. The way you can buy electricity is changing, but the network that delivers it will be ready. We're the towers, the wires, a connection you can count on. Built on the strengths of Ontario Hydro, we're a new company with a vision of the future.
I can see for miles and miles and miles and
A company now called Hydro One, connecting at the speed of life.
oh yeah.
Martin Brodeur playing in his 68th straight playoff game for the Devils. Have to make 2 saves here. There's a rather difficult one he couldn't catch, but he got his glove on it. And then 2 from in close. He bats the rebound away, but it goes back to the Stars, and they get a bonus chance. 43 wins for Brodeur, the second time he's won over 40 in a season.
Niedermeyer misses the puck back there, and Muller moved up. Marshall from the other side. He and Carbonneau in there with Muller, and Muller got it back for Marshall. Carbonneau gets in front, turns, can't shoot it. Marshall does. That's blocked. Danico fell in front of the shot. Niedermeyer will pick it up and skate away. Niedermeyer coming to the line for New Jersey. Gave it away at center. It dropped in by Madden, who was hit. Ote fired it off the boards behind the net. Muller is hit by Madden. Puck high. Behind the net. McKay to the line. Danico shoots. Blocked. They keep it in though. Now the Dallas Stars pick it up and skate out with it. Cote, the defenseman, up. Nobody on that open side. And it's brought back easily by Niedermeyer. A great move at center ice to get in. Niedermeyer cuts for the net. The backhander across in front of the goalie. Pandolfo was up there. Outside the line. Olik thought he had it in time, but he did not. It was offside.
world is filled with obstacles and opportunities. You decide which are which. Introducing the 2001 Explorer Sport Track, part of the Ford family of SUVs.
Ken Danico makes his second big shot block in this game. And watch how fast he gets up after the block to take the same guy on the coverage whose shot he blocked.
Dallas getting the face-off, but giving the puck to Stevens at center. Handoff made it back, and Stevens starts up again. Lifted one in from center ice. The goalie is out again. Brodeur had to go high to the glass, and the shot at the net by Rafalski was blocked. Dallas starting out. Modano, no room for him, that's for sure. Hull brings it up, made one move at the line, went in, bumped Rafalski, who fell, and Claude Lemieux gets a pass away. Stevens left it at center ice. Lemieux comes all the way over to help and does get it up over the line. There goes Holik after it. Holik circles the net, tried to come out front, did not. And the Stars have a tough time with the forechecking of New Jersey again. This time it's cleared and knocked down by Rafalski at center ice. Sador will take over. New Jersey changing. 7:05 left in the first period. 1-0. The Devils for the first goal. Lyashenko moves up, dropped it back. Lettinen turns. Lyashenko's quick shot. Deflected wide of the goal. Brodeur got a piece of it. Keane working hard back there with Lyashenko and Lettinen. Lettinen gets it out. And Sador lets a rip. Scores! Sador found the far side and ripped it hard inside the post.
Well, some good forechecking by the Stars caused the turnover. And Sador makes a nice play because when he first gets the puck, his shooting lane is blocked. He moves it over and puts it in. We'll show you that at the end. The Stars get the puck deep right here. And then some good work behind the net. Lyashenko gets it. Right here, we'll throw it on the watch Sador. He can't shoot it here, so he moves it over a little bit and gets it by Brodeur. Here's another look at it. Some good work along the boards by Keane. And then Lyashenko does, or Lettinen does some good work. Gets it out to Sador, and Sador beats Brodeur with a 31-footer.
That's his first. It ties the game. Sador steps up the center again and shoots the puck in. Lettinen and Keane assisting on the Sador goal. 13-13 the time. 1-1 now. Belfour stopping that. Made the pass to his big captain. Hatcher fired it around the glass and out. Colin White steps up over center. Thornton comes back to help. Neuendijk behind the goal, got it ahead. It stopped near the line and kept in by New Jersey. One shot is high. It's centered again. Hatcher is there to cover up. Fires it to the boards. Arnott fed it in. That's Sikora with it now. Tried to center. And the backhander is high and wide. Belfour is down and appeared to be out of that play. Now the crowd back. Icing the call against Dallas. You're watching Hockey Night in Canada on CBC, brought to you by Labatt Blue.
Ford's Quality Care Service. They have just the brand name tires for you, and just the battery, and shocks, and brakes for your Ford. One-stop service and competitive prices. Quality Care Service. The right people, the right parts, and always the right prices.
Soft spiked shoes, $120. Ball marker, $2. Putter, $280. No goalie, priceless. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard. Accepted everywhere from rinks to links.
Experience is the difference.
He was confident that
I was going to really benefit from the procedure. Dr. Tafor in the Windsor Laser Eye Institute. I was confident that he could do what he said he was going to be able to do. After talking to him and learning a little bit about his history, learning a bit about the fact that he was the most experienced individual in North America doing this procedure, the results, I think, speak for themselves.
Call 1-800-663-IC.
Are you ready, Australia? The world is waiting. The Olympic Summer Games on CBC.
Sador's first goal from Lettinen and Keane ties the game 1-1 with 5:49 left to play in the first period. First game of the best of 7 Stanley Cup Championship from the Continental Arena in New Jersey. Around the net, Daryl Sador. Pass through the middle. Doesn't quite work. And Nieuwendyk feeds it up on the wing. Hay went after it near the blue line and was stopped. Dallas Stars shooting in. Marshall comes up after it. And Carbonneau is the forechecker in deep. Outside the line. Zubov could not keep it in. Here's Scott Russell.
Thanks very much, Bob. Well, Sean Chambers scored 2 goals in the cup clincher for the Devils in 1995. Now he's a Dallas Star, and he's nursing a bad knee as he has all season. How much does it hurt, Sean, not to be out there against the old boys?
This is the hardest thing I've had to do in hockey, especially watching the playoffs is one thing, but then coming back to your old team and not playing and trying to help my new team beat them is very hard.
You were Scott Stevens' old defense partner. Is he still playing the great hockey? What can you say about him?
I think the last series against Philadelphia is probably one of the best series I've seen him play in a long time, and I've heard a lot of stories where he could be their MVP on this team, so he's playing some really good hockey right now.
I know it hurts, but keep up the good work, Sean.
All right, thanks a lot, Scott.
Guys.
Good rush by Holik, now coming in with Pandolfo. Huck around the net. Lemieux tried to center. That pass was picked off. Lemieux comes in again with Holik. Lemieux got in front. A dangerous spot for him, but Belfort stopped the pass out.
Well, there's no question about the fact that the bigger, stronger, more aggressive forwards for New Jersey, and they seem to have more of them than any other team in the league, have caused a lot of trouble for Dallas in their own zone. And Lemieux is one of these characters, and so is Holik. How do you tie them up? How do you take them out? It's not an easy chore, and it's going to be a long battle for Dallas to fight on the defensive zone coverage. Hatcher, who's as big as a house, tries to eliminate Holik, and Holik's up first. Get used to it. It's a tough assignment.
A lot of people have been talking about the hits of Scott Stevens. Well, let me tell you that Darian Hatcher has been pretty good in that department, too, for Dallas. Big, tough, rugged defenseman. Hatcher. Dallas. Stevens. New Jersey, the 2 captains. Attacking. The Dallas Stars stopped. Through center, flipped in by Aliash, right to the net. Belfort calmly plays it to Hatcher. Gets it up to Keane. Gathering a little speed to center. Got there, flipped it in, heads off to the Dallas bench. Leaving Niedermeyer lots of time to make up his mind. Dano's the forechecker deep. So Niedermeyer decides to wait some more as they circle and line up to come out. Now he comes and takes it to center himself. But he shot it in before he hit center ice. Not a good play. That's an icing call against New Jersey.
Well, I mentioned earlier that Hull and Modano have been the offensive story for the Dallas Stars. There's no question about that, especially in games they win. Against Colorado in the 4 Dallas wins, these pair scored 7 goals and 16 points. In the games Colorado wins, they were held to but 2 points. So you can see what the assignment is for the Devils. Easier said than executed.
Face-off coming to the left of Martin Brodeur. 4:14 left in the first. The score, Devils 1, Stars 1. Shots 4-4. Face-off inside the line, chopped at the net and blocked by Stevens. Cleared out of the zone. Up through center, Pandolfo scooped the high one in. Here's Holik. Tried to center, hit the side of the net, and Belfort got a piece of it anyway. Along the boards, it's cleared. Holik knocked it down in front of you. Always moves there. Nearly picked it off. Stevens long shot. That missed the goal. Olik slapped it into the corner. Pandolfo is roughed up by Modano. Along the boards. Tries to get loose. Modano won't allow him to skate. And finally it's cleared along the boards, and now Dallas get it out. And there's Mike Modano picking up a little steam, gets it in. Hull tried to pass for the defenseman Zubov, and it was stopped. Lemieux the other way to center. Lifts one in. That line heads off as they change. 3:25 left in the period. Zubov's pass at Dandy. Nieuwendyk stalled though by Gomez. Now Thornton on a skate took that pass and shot the puck around the net for Sim. In goes Nieuwendyk. Can't get away from Gomez. And the New Jersey Devils got it up to Gomez. Down the left side. The shot by the defenseman White is blocked easily by Belfour and cleared. Round the net it goes again, and Gomez gives chase. Thornton slapped it down the ice inside the line. Novikov back. 2:50 left in the period. We're tied at 1. First game of the Stanley Cup Championship at the Continental Arena. Down to center. Laid in on the wing. McGillney decided to shoot it. Easy save. Centered. McGillney was open, but the Stars run it back out. Long knee pass gets in over the line. Lehtinen tried to go up to pick it up inside the line. Couldn't do it. Near center. Fired back in. Open ice for Keane. Caught quickly. Cleared by Madden. And it's shot in by Breland. McKay up after it. McKay takes it off the boards. Slipped it back to the line. No shot from there. A little backhander into the glove of Belfour. He had no problem with that. And held it with the crowd in front of him. 2:01 left in the period.
No two businesses are alike. We know because we find ways to deliver to more businesses worldwide than any other courier. Every day. UPS, moving at the speed of your business.
Jason Arnott, who has the New Jersey gold, won the draw and got it back. Meyer tapped it into the corner. Crowd in there again. Sikora centered it. Scrambled for it. Knocked away in time. Mike Carbonneau is in front of the net. Long shot. Glove. And knocked down by Belfour. There's Eliash, who's down.
Well, the Eliash line has been enormous in these playoffs. They've scored 18 of the 47 goals the Devils have scored, and here's what happened is Hatcher jolts Elias from behind with one of those cross checks to the back that kind of gives him a whiplash. The trainer came out in a big hurry, so Elias has to go off, but you're going to see the whiplash effect of this check. It isn't the one right there. It is right there. It's not Matt Tkachuk. It's Hatcher who came in from behind and gave him a little 8-inch cross check in the lower back. And Elias has been brilliant on this line with Sikora and Arnott, and he isn't feeling very well at the moment.
Penalty-free period so far. That one was close. 1:45 left in the period. 1-1 tie. Scramble for it on the boards. Muller skates to center ice for Dallas. Shoots the puck in. Brodeur leaving the net. Didn't wait for anybody to come back to help him. Shot it away. Matt Tkachuk is in his own zone with McGillney forechecking. Muller watched the puck go, and it comes back to him. He made a good move at center, beating Sikora. Muller gets up near the line. Hatcher there with him. Muller trying to catch up, and he will. Takes the hit. He knew it was coming, but he kept going anyway. Now the shot. Whipped across in front of the net. Tkachuk cannot keep it in. McGillney nearly broke away. Marshall shoots a long one. Gloved by Brodeur. 1 minute left in the first period. The score tied at 1. Kendanico, the veteran, to the line slowly. Pandolfo flipped it ahead, and it's Dallas taking over. Zubov comes away. Pass up behind his man rushing. And Hull just couldn't pick it up. Slipped into the zone by Holik again. Zubov plays it around the net. Morrow hit hard. Got the puck away, though. Modano knocked it down beautifully at center. A good pass, too. Up for Morrow. Morrow trying to go in, outside, and then inside. And he was stopped by Rafalski. Rafalski takes the puck behind the goal. Modano forechecking, got a stick on it. Modano then missed the pass along the boards. 10 seconds left in the period. And Rafalski took a quick look at the clock and he saw he'd better just shoot it away, and he does that. Sedora flipped it back inside the line, and the horn goes to end the first period. Now the first game, New Jersey with 7 shots, Dallas with 5 shots. And Don Cherry is standing by for the first intermission in the coach's corner with Ron. After one period, Devils won and the Stars won.
Only one minivan warns you of objects you're about to back into. The 2000 Ford Windstar.
Someone's been sleeping in my bed. Someone's been sitting in my seat. Oh, well.
Power adjustable pedals. Now available on the 2000 Ford Windstar.
This man right here is my great-grandfather. He's the first cat herder in our family.
Herding cats. Don't let anybody tell you it's easy.
Anybody can herd cattle. Holding together 10,000 half-wild short hairs, well, that's another thing altogether.
Being a cat herder is probably about the toughest thing I think I've ever done.
I got this one this morning, right here, and if you look at his face, it's just ripped to shreds, you know?
You see the movies, you hear the stories, I'm living a dream. Not everyone can do what we do.
I wouldn't do nothing else.
It ain't an easy job, but when you bring a herd into town and you ain't lost a one of them, ain't a feeling like it in the world.
EDS, managing the complexities of e-business.
Coach's Corner with Don Cherry. Brought to you by B.F. Goodrich. Take control.
Select road. Validating tires.
What kind of road can you drive on with B.F. Goodrich tires?
Approved. Enjoy.
Any road you choose. B.F. Goodrich tires. Take control.
All even after a period.
They know it's all even. Anyhow,
maybe not. Some just tune in for you, Don.
That's true. That's true. I never thought of that. That's very good. I was wondering why you say that all the time. We've just said it 50 times. You know, they don't have their legs at Dallas. You can't believe that extra day. And they should have rubbed in a couple of goals because Dallas is going to come on stronger. I'm telling you right now. There's one little thing. Why can't the referees referee all the time? Those two guys. Why can't they do that every game?
They do it at times. I don't know why. There was a couple of good elbows too, and the hit on.
No, never mind. That's to let them play.
Yeah, I agree.
We never. If I asked you, you'd hardly know who the referees are. They can do it. But early in the playoffs, they got I don't know what it is.
You see, Mark Recchi complimented the officiating all through the conference final. He said it was unbelievable because they let him play. He loved that too.
Absolutely. Fans, everybody. I don't know who these guys wanted what calls it. Anyhow, there's one little thing. It's not the official's fault. I've been trying to get a good little shot of a Colley's thing. And you know what it is? It's, who was our buddy Glenn Sather had it canceled for some silly reason. He made a mistake, eh?
This is on the offside.
All right, let's show it. Now watch what happens here. Now, the thing goes out, he holds on to it, now it's an offside, and everything goes out, now it comes back, now it comes back in, now, watch, it comes back in, the guy's offside. Now watch, now instead of letting it go, they're all set to go, we're all getting wired up. Because he goes back a little farther, they stop the play and we have another face-off and the whole deal. Why do they do that?
Second minute of the game, because Glenn felt that if the defensemen weren't forced to make a play in the neutral zone, he said everybody be just skating out, you dump it in, it's easy, and you don't buy it.
He's only human, eh?
That's right.
Now, I noticed this little thing about Zubov in the first, I think, 2 minutes, and I said to you, you see how Zubov is staying in? And you went, what? And I said, watch now. Thanks. Hitchcock is sending the guys in. Well, you did. What do you talk? Anyhow, watch how Zubov, we got Zubov, he stays in. Now, watch, he comes in. And I said, look, he's staying in now. Hitchcock's got them coming in. Watch, he'll come in. Look, he's coming in.
That's this is a goal. No, it's Zubov. Just took the puck in the slot.
Oh, I think this is a goal, I think.
No, it's just, see, I know now what's going on. But you can see how confused I would have been earlier.
No, this is a goal. This is, yeah, it is. I hope it is because we're all in trouble here. What the hell happened? Anyhow,
he was there. Zubov went in, took it in the slot.
Yes. Anyhow, I didn't see him. I was making fun of you too much. Anyhow, now watch the goal. Watch Sador stays in the same way. He's got them pinching in. Now you'll see this here. I didn't see Zubov in there.
Yeah, he took it into the corner.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, there you are. I'm smarter than I thought. Anyhow, now watch this. Here comes a goal. Now watch the door. He's coming in too. He's got those guys pinching in there. For some reason, he saw something on the videotape. See, there he is. Now he shoots it. That's their goal. And there it is. He's got those guys in there. For some reason, he saw something. A weakness, I would assume.
Well, they only had one goal from their defense in the first 6 games of the Colorado series, I believe. So he obviously thinks that's the key to the deal. Now, let's go to Scott Stevens. He's taken a lot of heat for the hit. A lot of people thought it was a little over and above the call.
Yeah, one guy said he shouldn't have hit so hard.
Right.
I mean, can you imagine that? And I remember, I used to be kind of a hitter myself, and I remember I had a guy in the trolley tracks like that, and I let up, and the guy broke his stick on me, hurt my arm, and the whole thing. You can't hit a little. One guy said, why did he have to hit him so hard?
Or in the head.
Well, you have to hit the guy when it's there. And you know why Eric gets hit in the chin a lot? I'll tell you why. He's so big. Every hit he's had, and right here, and that one he got right on the button, as they say in boxing. He got it right here. Anyhow, when you're going to hit, you're going to hit. And you know, guys, kids out there, how many, 15 years I've been saying, we got to show this one again. I want you to show what Gretzky got. When Gretzky used to, once he cut into center, Billy McCreary hit him. Now watch him come along the blue line. Now he is a guy, now watch he comes down, he's going to cut in like that, boom. Doesn't that almost the same spot? Now he's out right there. Look at him right there now. Now I'll tell you what, here it comes again. Look at that. See? Almost the same spot. You know, it's a funny thing, eh? It's a funny thing he's hollering Sammy here. Don't tell me he doesn't have, with that little dinky helmet, tell me he didn't have a concussion.
Yeah.
You better believe it. You know, Billy McCreary never played another shift in the National Hockey League, and that's where they said, don't hit Gretzky.
Just a cousin of the referee tonight, in case you're thinking it's the same guy. It's
not Billy McCreary when he, in his other job. You know what Gretzky, kids, what he did after that? Always, he never cut into center ice. What he did was, he went straight in and kept on going, or remember this when he used to go to and stop 10 feet inside and then pass it off. That's what he used to do. Never cut into center for a millionth time. Even the great one did it.
Beautiful ceremony for the Rocket tonight. We'll save the glass. You can talk about
I'm not going to get the glass again.
No, but how about
just you jerking around me all the time. I'm going to get to that.
You not identifying Zubov.
I didn't see him.
Well,
I'm
he
not
was
kidding.
But Rocket was on your show, I remember.
I don't think that was the play.
Yeah.
You know, on the grapevine, I had the Rocket. I want to get the Rocket, and I was jerking around this one. He like I said the last one, he was like a king when he walked in. And I had him on the Grapevine show, me, a 50 fenceman. I'll never forget, I was so excited when all afternoon, I couldn't sleep. I usually slept when I was all excited, Richard Rocket coming in. And he walked in, he never smiled, eh? Never smiled. And so I'm getting nervous all that time. I hope I get this right. And I says, you know, Rocket, you are the Babe Ruth of hockey. And he looked at me like that, and he said, just a minute. Babe Ruth was a Maurice Richard of baseball. And he's got him mad. And he had me sweat for a while, and he started to laugh after right like that. And you know, there was a guy who used to travel around with them all the time. My son Tim says that's the best interview. He had a lot of fun. And I'll tell you, folks, he was class. And I know that I was privileged. It was an honor for me just to sit across from him. He was a class personified.
Yeah, great. You can, by the way, if you want to send a letter to the Richard family, they got a website set up at maurice.richard@canadians.com. That's how you can do that. That's a website.
Well, we're all thinking of the Rocket. See you, Rocket.
Don Cherry on the Coach's Corner on Hockey Night in Canada and the Stanley Cup playoffs.
Coach's Corner with Don Cherry. Brought to you by B.F. Goodrich. Take control.
This new Ford Explorer from your Metro Detroit Ford dealers and I have a lot in common. For starters, we're both powerful and agile. We both handle great, and we can go anywhere.
Current lessees can lease an Explorer 4x4 for $256 a month for 24 months with $37.13 to its signing. Explorer offers lots of safety features too.
With all that, it's easy to see why we're both so popular in Detroit. Just ask my fans.
Oh, Mr. Eisman, can I please have your autograph?
Sinbad's legendary riverfront restaurant and saloon has been the place where family and friends come to satisfy vigorous appetites. Generous portions of lobster and seafood, black Angus steaks done to perfection. Try a man-sized sandwich or one of our tasty Bully Buster burgers. Come by land or by sea, from Canada to the suburbs, and enjoy the Blanky family's hospitality. Sinbad's Sohar Room features patio dining plus live entertainment and is available for private parties and special occasions. Sinbad's, everybody's favorite riverfront restaurant for over 50 years.
You have firearms? Here's an important message. The law requires you to have a firearms license or a valid FAC by the end of this year. Everyone who owns or uses a firearm needs a license. This is not the same thing as a registration certificate or a hunting license. Starting next year, you'll have to show your license to purchase ammunition. Don't delay. Apply now. We can help you with your application. Call 1-800-731-4000 or visit our website. A message from the Government of Canada.
We live in a time of unprecedented growth and prosperity, but does it have a price? Working 7 days a week can affect your team's morale, productivity, and health. That's where the META Quality of Life Initiative can help. This program is designed to create a better quality of life for employees and a stronger workforce for our valued customers. META Engineering and Technical Services provides engineering, design, and manufacturing support. We've got the answers you're looking for. META, working together.
Canada's newscast.
For us, it's pretty simple. We're there to tell Canadians what's important about what happened in that day. And at the end of the day, if we've done that, we've done our job.
The National tonight.
After one period of play, the first game of the Stanley Cup Championship Series, Sador for the Dallas Stars and Jason Arnott for the New Jersey Devils. Here's Randy McKay of the Devils. What'd you think of the first?
I thought it was pretty good. We came out good. I mean, some of the young guys, I'm sure, were nervous. It was great to see Arnie's line get us one early, and otherwise we played pretty control. We gave him 1 point shot to win in, but things are going to happen during the game.
Every inevitability points to the fact that this will be a physical series. Do you anticipate that, and do you welcome the challenge here?
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's the way we're successful, when we're playing physical and we're getting in their face. And if we're not doing that, we don't stand much of a chance.
Randy, thanks. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
The 1 Minute Movie. Brought to you by Ford. For now, forever.
The world is filled with obstacles and opportunities. You decide which are which. The 2001 Explorer Sport. Part of the Ford family of SUVs.
Consider all the equipment of hockey. The sticks, the pads, the pants, the shoulder pads, the jock strap. But what is the most important?
No question, it's my skates.
What do you mean, kid? It's the skates. It's the skates, buddy.
Skates, it's the skates.
Ah, yes, the skates. Black boots, rails of steel, the wings of hockey. Without them, the graceful players are a flat-footed mess. The skates, a fine line, tricky business. Their maintenance, secret stuff to some.
Hey, what are you doing in here?
Richie Matthews does the skates for the Stars. No room for error.
Man, I tell you, if I don't give Eddie a great edge, I'm fired. I'm done. I'm out of here.
'Twas the night before the final, and all through the rink, Dallas and Jersey would play in a wink. The skates were all hung by the stalls in midair, in hopes that Lord Stanley soon would be there.
The The 1 Minute Movie. Brought to you by Ford. For now, forever.
Okay, take your time.
Right.
First word.
Okay.
All right.
Long. Dimensional.
Gigantic.
Sizable.
Huge.
Large.
The next Lotto 649 jackpot is estimated at $5 million. That's big.
Okay, sounds like no.
It's a pig. It sounds like chicken.
Breaking.
Pig.
Shovel.
Dig. It sounds like dig. It sounds like dig. What? What? I'm not getting it.
Jig. Wig. Hair.
Wig. Wig. What? What?
So get your Lotto 649 ticket today and say yes to Encore.
I got it. It's big.
I love you, Mommy.
Sights and sounds of everyday life. We all take them for granted, or do we?
I love you, Mommy.
10% of the population is hearing impaired. If your hearing is not what it should be, visit Audiotech and find out how you can improve the sights and sounds of everyday life with 100% digital, fully automatic technology with pure CD sound quality from Audiotech. Hear the difference.
Spago Trattoria, surrounding you in the flavors, aromas, and charm of old world Italy, where homemade freshness and quality are at the top of our list.
Benvenuti a Spago Trattoria e Pizzeria.
Come taste the difference. From our traditional pizza dishes baked in wood-fired ovens to our home-style house specialties. Enjoy family dining at its finest and capture the experience of good, down-to-earth home-cooked meals. We at Spago want to welcome you to our home and leave you with a true taste of Italy.
Palazzi brings you top-quality pre-finished hardwood floors. We have the choices you're looking for with companies like Mirage and Bruce. Select the floor that suits your home from 6 different types of wood in 16 different colors. Your hardwood floor is guaranteed to last with a 25-year residential manufacturer's warranty. And don't forget to see our full line of carpets, including wool sisal and Berbers. Palazzi, a 40-year tradition of fine products at affordable prices. Palazzi, the place for carpet and hardwood flooring.
This portion of Hockey Night in Canada, brought to you by Ford F-Series, Canada's truck event, on now.
Doug Jarvis of the Dallas Stars, you didn't get the first goal, Doug, but you came right back.
Well, we answered back, which was important to us, but I thought the first period, both teams were trying to get a look at each other, and it seemed to be a very positional period. It was very tough to get through the neutral zone for both teams.
Is this a series where the fewest mistakes win? Both these clubs don't make a lot of defensive errors.
Well, I think both teams are playing a very conservative, certainly right now to start this series, and as a result, any big mistake is probably going to be a key one. So from our point of view, we would like to generate a little more speed through the neutral zone and hopefully get some more play in their end.
Doug, thanks. Good luck.
Good stuff.
Welcome back to the Continental Arena for the second period. Daryl Sador, his first goal of the playoffs, tied the game at 13-13 of the first period. Jason Arnott had scored the first goal of this series, his 5th of the playoffs. 7:22 was the Arnott goal from Sikora and Eliash. Lehtinen and Keane assisted on Sador's goal.
Arnott's goal came from offensive zone puck control where the defensive zone coverage, especially Nieuwendyk, broke down. And when Arnott got to the front of the net, the puck was there for a tap-in. Sador makes a neat little shot here, hesitates just for a second and then shoots it and beats Brodeur from the left point.
No penalties in the first period. As Don was saying, the two referees are doing their work, and they're going. Koharski and McCrary just watched the period go, and it was not a bad period at all. Rough, tough, it'll be that way through the series. This is the first offside in the second period. Faceoff will come outside the line, about 15 feet towards center.
Well, against Philadelphia, the Arnott line, Sikora and Eliash had 17 points, 8 of them goals. And you can see in rounds 1 and 2, they were the dominant force, and they already have 3 points as Arnott scores the first goal. So for the Stars, they have to work hard at keeping this line out of their own zone.
Hatcher stepped to center smartly and shot the puck in. Brodeur out of the net. Rafalski, the defenseman, was bumped as he let that one fly. Yano kept it in, but now it comes back out. And Sikora gave it to Arnott. He blasted in from center to the boards in the corner. Modano gave it away. Arnott shot. And the rebound cleared by Belfour. I don't think Belfour saw the quick shot from the line. Stevens. Eliash. Sikora moving up. Arnott gets in front. Sikora after it. It was cleared away from him and out again. Stevens nearly lost it to Hull. They bring it into Hull. He had to turn to shoot it, so he backed it up near the line. Clipped it in front of the net. Dono missed the pass. It was high. Couldn't knock it down. Dono after it. Arnott chased him to the boards. And New Jersey cleared. Eliash to center. Arnott was on the fly, picking it up. Eliash shoots. And deflected by Morrow, who came back with him. Morrow. Puck is out. Elka brought it in. And that's offside.
Well, I've mentioned it before, and I'm sure I'll mention it again. The size, especially Arnott, of the forwards, Halik, Arnott, Lemieux, they're going to make life miserable for Hatcher and Matvichuk for sure. Be careful throwing the puck up the middle of the rink without looking. Modano does it, and there's the shot that was deflected that looked like Belfour didn't see it, and he was lucky to chip the rebound away from Sikora. The middle of the rink, be careful.
Gomez and Lyshenko. Gomez won it. Daniko takes it from Niedermeyer, shoots the puck in. Knocked down by Sidor. Zubov. Slow moving to it. Daniko stopped it at the line. They do keep it in. Sliding it along the boards was Nemchinov. Up there after it. Gomez can't get the puck to him. And it was cleared out of the zone by Lehtinen. Niedermeyer again. He's a great skating defenseman if he can really get going. Having a tough time finding the first move. Now McGillney comes down the boards. Stops, comes inside. The shot on. And Belfour makes the stop, but that was a great move to get in for the shot.
Well, McGillney's been pretty quiet in these playoffs as far as scoring's concerned, but he doesn't need much of a chance. And playing with Gomez, who's a good playmaker, McGillney will get some opportunities. And he can stop on a dime and steps into the middle and lets a screenshot go that Belfour stopped. I'm not sure he saw all of it, but he stopped it. He hasn't scored, Mr. McGillney, at the rate that they thought he would, but he got a big goal in Game 6 against Philadelphia.
Robinson has changed the line. Holik, Lemieux, and Pandolfo now. The draw goes to Cote. On the boards. It's shoved out to center ice. Marshall was hit rather hard by White. Newendijk after it. Can't pick it up. Again, four players fight along the boards, and Thornton ends up on the ice as he was hit. Malikov, he was hit, but he got the puck out from center. Thornton had to wait, got it back in, and Malikov steps up over the line. Nearly lost it. Got a second chance. It's knifed in right to Belfour. And the Stars are back. Forechecking. Devils again, though, make it tough for him to get anything going. They shoot it away, and that's going to be an icing call against Dallas.
Claude Lemieux is a free agent without compensation at the end of this season. You have to wonder whether anybody else but the Devils would be interested in him. He's not scoring at the pace that he normally does, but as the playoffs wear on, this guy becomes more noticeable. And for a guy who's not very tall, boy, he rarely gets knocked off his feet. And big important goals in the playoffs has been his trademark.
Carbonneau and Madden come to the face-off spot. To the right of Ed Belfour. The score tied at 1. Nearing the 3-minute mark of the second period. It's hammered on the boards down the ice. And quickly another icing call coming against Dallas.
Scott Niedermeyer is the youngest player ever to play for the Devils. He did when he was 18 years, 1 month old. He also has a history with Ken Hitchcock, who coached Niedermeyer in Kamloops in junior hockey. So these two old friends have become enemies for 2 weeks or a few fewer days.
Again, they'll try it. Face-off comes to Daniko. Shot! Well, these face-offs. Back to the blue line. Daniko shot, and it got in.
The puck had eyes in Ken Danicle's 126th playoff game in a row for the Devils. He cashes in with his 5th career playoff goal, and it goes through a maze of people before it gets behind Belfour. Get it on the net. Did it hit anybody else? I don't think so. Madden jumps, but I don't think it touched him. Ken Danicle, the way he jumped after it went in, I think tells you who scored.
2-1 now. Madden and Holik earning the assists on that goal. A blue line shot by Danico. Elias comes in with a shot that hit a leg and went wide. Hatcher had to hurry back. Sikora was in front of him and got the puck. Trying to center it. It hit Hatcher's skate. And Dallas pick it up in their own zone and skate out with it. Racing away to center is Hatcher. Left wing pass, Madonna. High shot. Brodeur the save. Madonna again with Hull. Hull behind the goal trying to get out front for the scoring chance. A long shot, a broken stick, and it's a two-man break. Make that free with Sikora coming in. Sikora gets a pass. Back to the line. Fired in deep again by Arnott. Centered. And Belfour coming out to cut the angle on Elias. Cleared. Down the ice to relieve some pressure. And there's plenty of it. The Devils looking pretty sharp. 2-1, they're ahead.
Brendan Morrow got hurt on that play as he was slew-footed by Jason Arnott. We know he's playing with a hairline fracture of the ankle, and it would be easy to assume he hurt himself. It was away down in the Dallas zone as the puck was being carried up the ice. No penalty call. Here it is right here. Arnott has the spin around. And then right here, he kicks the feet from underneath Morrow. And Morrow had a tough time getting up, had a tough time on the long change. In game 1 of the Colorado series, Morrow broke his ankle when he got tangled up and fell together with Dave Anderchuk and made an amazing comeback to play again in that series.
Face off, won by New Jersey, a little backhander, and a big save by Belfour. Got the right pad down very quickly to stop that one. New Jersey really taking it to Dallas now, leading 2-1 and keeping the heat on. Through center, Niedermeyer stopped that long clearing pass. He and Danico together. Danico's first goal of the playoffs a moment ago, giving the Devils the lead. Here's Gomez, and here's Nemchinov. Around the net, Nemchinov hanging on to it. A good playmaker, Nemchinov, had it poked off a stick, gets it back from Mogilny, centered it, Mogilny and Gomez with it. Back to the line, a shot doesn't get through, and Danico had to race back to cover up. Keane was up there forechecking and keeps going. Lead pass to center, knocked down at the Dallas line. Sedor moves up, good move up the line. Sedor comes in, and the shot through the crease and out the other side. Zubov can't make the pass clean along the blue line. Zubov takes it and turns. Lettinen was back there to help him. Sedor now comes back, his defense partner. Lemieux with a forechecker in deep for New Jersey, who are ahead 2-1. Dallas trying to recover. Inside the line, Marshall, it's played back. Nieuwendyk looks back to the line, decides to shoot anyway. Back to the line again. Madsen's hard shot is wide. Good pressure by Dallas now as they come alive. Pandolfo now gets it out and races up with Lemieux. Lemieux can't get in for the shot, and Nieuwendyk flipped it away to center ice. Thornton nearly picked it up. New Jersey Devils circle back. Better pace now at this juncture of the second period, nearing the 6-minute mark. A 2-1 lead. New Jersey. Up comes Joe Nieuwendyk. Gets over the line, grabbed from behind and spun around. And White flipped it around his own net, but Lettinen was up to keep it in. He was hammered hard on the boards, and it's knifed at the line by Pandolfo down the ice. Back forward is Cote. Icing is a call against New Jersey.
Well, Ken Danico had 2 big shot blocks in the first period and then scored the goal to put his team ahead. Let's have another look at the goal. Madden jumps to get out of the way, I think, of the shot by Danico, and may well have caused a problem for Belfour. Here's what Belfour looked at. The puck's at the point. There's a lot of legs and bodies between Danico, and it hit the inside of the left pad of Balfour and skittered between his legs.
Dallas coming back, shaken by that goal by Danico. A shot for the blue line, partially screened in for the 2-1 lead. Devils, second period nearing 6 minutes. Puck is dropped. Adano won it, but Hatcher missed the pass back to the point. Balfour will have to come out and play it carefully. He does. Hatcher was coming back. Elias stole it. Here comes Hull. Can he get through? He was bumped at center ice. Great move by Mike Adano at the blue line. Hit, however, by Stevens as he passed it in. Hull went in with a body check. Kept in on the boards by Lutton and Dallas. Now he loses it, and it's cleared back out. Elias flipped it to the right. Sikora up and shoots it before he hits center. They go in there. Was back to stop Arnott from getting a scoring chance again. Arnott scored the first goal of the game back in the first period. Sador tied it for Dallas. Danico early here in the second period, a 2-1 lead for the Devils. Breland shot one through. It'll be grabbed by Matvichuk around the net. Lead pass tipped away across center ice. Sim could not catch up to that, but he's in forechecking for Dallas. And he's a great skater, John Sim. And he stopped his man. Crowd wanted a penalty, but no dice. It's Carbonell keeping it in for Sim. Centered it, right in front of the net. Brodeur down. The puck is in the net, but the whistle had gone. That will not be a goal.
Referee Don Koharski was off to the right of Brodeur and lost sight of the puck. If you had been on the left side of the net, I think you would have seen that the puck was really never held. So this is a tough break for the Stars. Let's watch and listen.
Boy, that was close.
Well, look where Koharski was. He had to look through the goalie to see the puck.
It's still 2-1, New Jersey.
How long have they been going out? Forever. Did you see that? What? The ultimatum. Her or the cup. That's a tough call. I say he goes for the cup. No way. Girlfriend.
A whole lot can happen out of the blue. The bat blue.
More. Casino Windsor brings you more entertainment. More. Casino Windsor brings you more comfort and convenience. I love it. More. And when you exchange your U.S. money, more playtime.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And more chances to win.
Wake up, Harold. You're dreaming about Casino Windsor again.
Casino Windsor. You'll love this place a whole lot more.
What do people want when shopping for a new or used car?
Huge selection. I want to see lots of vehicles.
Friendly, knowledgeable sales staff. They have to know their product.
I want the best possible price. No fooling around.
Convenience. Having all the car dealers in one location is the only way to go.
Where are you going to go for your next vehicle?
Tilbury Auto Mall.
Tilbury Auto Mall.
Tilbury Auto Mall.
Tilbury Auto Mall.
You can get it all at the Tilbury Auto Mall.
Tilbury Auto Mall is #1.
It is still a 2-1 lead for the New Jersey Devils. Shots in this period are 4-1 New Jersey. Carbonell, a mild argument about that last attempt to score. The puck was in the net. The whistle had gone. No goal. Carbonell stays on to take this faceoff. And he's great at these. Does he win this one? Scapinell is the linesman talking to John Madden. Now he'll drop it, and Carbonell works again. Mattson shot deflected high on the glass. Sim into the corner quickly. He's pushed in on the boards by Niedermeyer. McKay chopped it out, and Carbonell got back to break up a possible rush. How about that, Carbonell, the veteran for the Dallas Stars. Through centers, Cote. Pass gets into Muller. Muller cuts for the net. Forced to stay outside by Danico. plays the puck with a skate. Danico plays the man and holds him there. Muller trying to get loose. He's getting some help from Sin, who was bumped by Danico. It's slapped in by Cote. And Danico takes it, fires it around his own net. McKay is bumped, but he gets the puck out. Muller got back. Muller lost it. Bruin dropped it. Here's a chance. McKay. Shot deflected and wide of the net. Hit Cote. Hay takes over behind the goal though. Centers it again. And Manson was in front of his own goal. Commercial through center. That is chipped into the zone by Muller. They're changing. Nearing the 9-minute mark of the second. It's 2-1. New Jersey leading. Niedermayer gets a little skating room, and there he goes. Up over the line. Niedermayer cuts it from outside. Around the net. Looks around everywhere and then gives it away. And 3 Dallas Stars are away. Down the wing, Marshall. Had to reach for it. Drop back. Here's a chance. Newendijk. Oh, and it's off a skate and just wide of the goal. It's shot away down the ice. The Devils get in trouble. And they ice it.
Well, it was a nicely executed 3-on-2. There's Morrow, who got hurt and looked very sore going to the bench. And Dallas just had another excellent chance to score. Very few chances on the rush for either team. But here's a good one. Marshall waits on the 3-on-2. The trailer goes to Newendijk. Newendijk decides to pass it, I think, instead of shooting it. And he knew he had Thornton going to the net, but the puck rolled off the heel. Let's have a look at the goal. It was called back because the whistle went. Watch and listen again.
Boy, was that close.
You can't go upstairs to the video goal judge to check on that. That's an on-the-ice call.
Hull could not keep the puck in. Sergei Zubov with Daryl Sador, the 2 defensemen, and they have been great for Dallas. Zubov carries it out, looking everywhere. And the move goes to the open side on this right wing. It's shot in by Lehtonen. Broder coming out of the net to stop the puck. Zubov up there on the pitch in, shot it at the net. And Belfort was over, but it was cleared by Rafalski. Not out, over the glass again. Into the crowd, play called. 10:47 left in the period.
Well, you're looking at the goal scorer for the Dallas Stars. Sador on a screenshot. He and Niedermayer played together in Kamloops. And drank out of the Memorial Cup for Kamloops in 1992. Must have been a pretty good hockey team to have those 2 guys on it.
Nemchinov back in the lineup, missed 2 games with that 40-stitch cut he suffered in the previous series. Gomez and McGillney with him. And the face-off outside the blue line. New Jersey. Danico back. Lyshenko is the forechecker standing in front of Brodeur. Danico moves out slowly. Will try to get to center and does a pretty good job of it. Allowed to get there to shoot it in. Matt Tkachuk forced to move it quickly. Nemchinov was in. Knocked down, out over the line. Danico was waiting. Offside, Nemchinov. Could not quite get outside the blue line.
Brendan Morrow taking his first shift after he left what appeared to be a leg injury, and you had to wonder. It was Arnott who kicked the feet out from under him from behind. And we know he's playing with the hairline fracture of the ankle, and you can only imagine what this must have felt like right now. However, he's back in action, and so is Jason Arnott, who's been a tower of power for the Devils.
Shot from center ice by the captain, Scott Stevens. He was up there. Long, high shot over the shoulder of Belfort. Andolfo lost it. Logano trying to skate away. Gets over the line. The shot. Rebound. Oh, what a big save by Brodeur. A burst of speed by Modano and a great shot and a rebound. And Brodeur shot everything.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, as I mentioned you earlier, you don't see many chances on the rush, but here Rafalski falls victim, as many defensemen have to Modano. The shot and the stop, and watch this stop on Brett Hull, who's pouring in for the rebound and has a clear whack at it. Rafalski can't quite handle Modano. And then Broder makes a great stop with his glove on Brett Hall.
Wow. The glove down from this guy, and this man failed to lift it by him. Beautiful save. Martin Broder keeping at 2-1. New Jersey at the halfway mark of the second period in game one. Here's the face-off won by New Jersey again. Stevens along the boards. Modano stopped that. Got it back to the line. It's kept in there by Sador. Stevens will clear it to center. Eliash just flipped it in. Sador back to his own goal. Sikora out there after him. Zubov coming out, rink-wide pass. Got up across center. Devils bring it back in. Sikora. And he couldn't get the shot. Center. Eliash was in, but the goalie Belfour forced him too long, and he had to go around the net, and he flipped it back out, and this guy puts it in.
Well, that was a great play, and Belfour will not be credited for a save. As Zubov heads into the middle, Sikora slips it to Eliash. Watch all these moves. But Belfour thwarts him, and then Eliash fakes going behind the net and throws the back pass out on the short side, and Sikora makes it 3-1, and the Eliash line gets their second goal of this hockey game, and this is a beautiful play. Eliash, Sikora, 3-1.
Sikora, 7th of the playoffs, a 3-1 lead. The puck is centered. Dallas storming back, and they usually do that after giving up a goal. It's centered again in front of the net. They're covering up this time. White can't move it out. It's kept in by Thornton at the far side. Now they get it out, and it's ripped back in over the line. But Malikov backs up a little bit and slows the pace. Moves around. First pass, second pass. They go to center. Dallas will take over. 8:45 left to play in the second period. It is now the Devils 3 and the Stars 1.
Once upon a time, there were 4 fellows with a great idea. Each wanted to be a successful car dealer. They all located in Leamington, where they'd be large enough to service the surrounding cities and towns and small enough to care. Well, that idea became a reality. With hard work and dedication, they built Jack Giese, Pontiac Buick, Mike Herbert, Leamington Chrysler, Kent Gosson, Land Ford Lincoln, Mike Pierce, Chev Olds Cadillac, and they're still building on their original idea, one satisfied customer at a time. The Tomato Town 4, only in Leamington.
I feel very fortunate to be in this line of work.
Dr. Christopher Cole of the Cole Clinic for Hair Transplants.
I can't think of any other area of medicine that I've been in where I've received such positive feedback from my patients.
I was very confident when I went there because I trusted Dr. Cole so much as a medical doctor.
Makes you feel good about yourself. He gives you your life back.
Now I just look and I just feel good. It's just added to my self-confidence.
Take advantage of the favorable U.S. exchange. Contact Dr. Cole and his team today.
The kinetic connection. Brace yourself.
It was one of our country's greatest battles. Canada, a people's history, coming to CBC television this fall.
Larry Robinson is playing when he can. The Eliash line against the Modano line. And the Eliash line with Sikora and Arnott have scored twice. Modano's line has yet to score.
It's a 3-1 Devils lead. 8:40 left in the second period. Niedermeyer and Danico, but it goes to Nemchinov. Gomez bumped off the puck. However, the defenseman Niedermeyer was up there and gets a chance for a shot. Does shoot it right on. And Belfour had the angle on that.
Let's have another look at the goal. Eddie Belfour, without making a save, thwarted Eliash, who walked in all alone, because Zubov roared over to help his defense partner. Sador didn't need any help. And here's the play by Balfour. No room. But the good players improvise, don't they? Elias did. Sikora read his mind, and it's 3-1. And Brodeur, just before that goal, makes this save on Brett Hull.
And what a save it was. That would have tied the game. Now it's a 2-goal lead in New Jersey. Emchinov fights off Keane. Emchinov cuts the other way and gets it back to Danico. He scored from there earlier. Emchinov on the puck in there again. Working hard for New Jersey. Look at him. Back and forth around the net. Finally, they pin him on the boards. But it's cleared out in front, and McGillney is up there now. McGillney around the goal. Comes out. Past Danico. Here he comes. The shot deflected off a skating wide. Muller flipped it ahead. Good for Keane. Up with Carbonneau. Keane back to Matvichuk. Couldn't thread it through. Gomez up there with Breland. Coming in on the big defenseman Hatcher. Hatcher will play him and play him hard on the boards. Although he stays on his feet. Hatcher now bumped off the puck and it's cleared back out. Breland nearly had a chance. Niedermayer coming in hard around the net. Twisting back, trying to pass it back out in front, and they scramble for it. Okay, trying to move it. He comes out. Breland from the blue line, can't get a shot through. And into the corner, they fight for it again, and Dallas Hatcher shoots it to the open side down the ice. Madden was shaken on the play and has gone to the New Jersey bench. That was an icing play. They'll bring it back.
On the lookout for performance tires like the BF Goodrich Radial TA, come to Canadian Tire. Just remember, you're not the only one on the lookout.
John Madden was hurt on the last shift and had to come off while the shift was still going on. Here's what happened. Madden, number 11, takes an elbow right there from Darian Hatcher, and down he goes. Wonder how the referees missed that one.
Takes that off. He'll be back. Look at him. And that was a hard elbow. Face off to the left from Belfour. 7:06 left in the second. 3-1. Devils lead. Devils looking good in this first game now. Hull, what a great chance earlier, trying to catch up to it. He was stopped by Stevens, but now he's in there and picks it up. Around the net. Shoots! Just missed. Hull, good play to get a shot away. Adano now. That high shot is blocked. And it's swept away and down the ice. They get to it. And it's icing. It was a close race.
I hope the two coaches, I know Hitchcock doesn't have a big choice, allow these two lines to play against each other. And Elias nearly won this race. He missed the puck after beating the two stars to it and would have taken the icing away. Watch him here. He's going to take a swing at the puck, and he misses it. Then, of course, Sador touches it, and the icing is called. Good hustle, though, by this guy.
Yes, it was. He's got 2 assists in the game. First goal and the latest goal. Olik on the puck, left it for Stevens. Cross in front of the net, and they come out. Pandolfo racing across center. That pass is easily picked off at the Dallas line. Adano up there again. Got over the line, but the stall at the line, avoiding a hit. Makes it offside. Here's Scott again.
Thanks very much, Bob. Brendan Morrison, a former New Jersey Devil, now a Vancouver Canuck, traded at the deadline for Alexander Mogilny. Can you express how much you might be missing this chance, Brendan?
Well, I mean, every kid growing up playing hockey dreams about to get the chance to play for the Cup, you know. But you can't have everything. But it's nice to see the guys are doing good.
You were a teammate of John Madden's at the University of Michigan and also here with the Devils. He's a real gutsy guy and had the chance to play against all odds. What does that mean?
Well, it means a lot. I mean, he's an extremely hard worker. You know, he punches in every night, and he had a great career at Michigan. It's good to see that he's carried on.
Brendan, thanks a lot. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Brendan Morrison played well for Canada at the World Championships in St. Petersburg, Russia. Bob.
Thanks, Scott. White tipped it out. Pandolfo gets by a check, but lost the puck. The shot down the ice. The linesman rushing back, indicating it'll be an under-icing call against Dallas. We're 3-1, New Jersey leading.
13-11 are the shots on goal. The chances favoring the Devils a little bit, but it's been a pretty even game. I think the coaches are seeing nothing they didn't expect.
First game here, of course. Game 2 here, of course. Dallas at New Jersey Thursday at 8 Eastern. Hockey night in Canada on CBC. All the games in the Stanley Cup Championship. We go to Texas after game 2. This big crowd is a happy crowd tonight. So far. Dallas down by 2 goals. Puck harmlessly by in front of Belfour. Mapachuk goes over to take Sikora in on the boards. Nieuwendyk grabs the puck. They won't give him too much skating room. Eliash is up there forechecking. Played it behind the goal. Arnott racing forward at the far side. Hatcher after him. Got a piece of him, but Sikora gets the puck. Can't center it to Eliash. Eliash behind the goal. Mapachuk hits him. Again, Eliash. Mapachuk on him. Knocked him down. Gets the puck. Comes out. The pass goes over center and flipped in by Thornton. A goalie. Fires it away. And back out for Arnott to center. Banked it in on the boards. Dallas was back. Marshall to stop. Sikora tried to move it up over the line again. 4 of them in on the boards, fight for it. And the referee calls the play. And a push and a shove and maybe a little right jab here and there, but so far nothing serious. But it could happen. Watch out.
If the referees are sorry they haven't called a penalty, they can call one here if they want to.
You're watching the Stanley Cup Championship on CBC, brought to you by Labatt Blue.
Comes with a CD stereo, upgraded wheels, and a new 5-speed Getrag transmission.
Excuse me. You dropped your earring.
Hey!
You're hi.
The Chevrolet Cavalier Coupe 2000 package for 1.9% purchase financing or $188 a month and more features than ever.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. Flight 126 has been cancelled. There is another flight, Union Atlantic Air Flight 176, at a gate 54. It has 5 remaining seats.
MySAP.com helps companies and people work together in real time.
Correction, 4 remaining seats.
Hey.
Closed captioning of this program is brought to you in part by the all-new Chevy Tahoe. Chevy trucks, like a rock.
Patrick Eliash has been the offensive star, and he and Marshall and a few other players get tangled up in front of the penalty box. And Marshall grabs Eliash and roars his helmet off. Morello, the architect of this New Jersey team, already has 1 Stanley Cup ring and a chance to get another one.
Puck stopped at center by Niedermeyer on that faceoff. Hatcher took his time going back, and Gomez was in behind him. Made him hurry to pass. The Devils keep it in. Gomez! Rebound! Just wide of the goal. McGinley on it again. Fanned on the first pass. Goes behind the net. Hatcher will hurry this time. Got it up to Keene, and Keene got it out. But it's New Jersey on top, 3-1, and looking very sharp in this first game. Dallas not getting many chances now. Between the 2 blue lines. Danico picked it off. It goes up to the other line. Near center, off a stick, over the boards at the New Jersey bench. We have 4:25 left in this second period.
Well, the Devils pounce on a Hatcher giveaway as he tried to come around the boards on the breakout. And Gomez is going to get the puck. This guy is a real fine little playmaker, and he nearly walks in and scores. And then here's the giveaway right here. Gomez takes the pass from McGillney and tries to cut across in front of the net, but Belfour makes a nice move to take the puck off the stick.
Dallas backing up a Zubov. Sador skates away. That pass is across center. Madonna couldn't play it. Now he can, but he doesn't get the chance. Stevens. Pass Pandolfo with a long pass in there for Lemieux. Hall tipped it on the boards at center ice, and Lemieux picked it up again, and Lettman hit him. Pandolfo brings it in, gets to the line. Back for Stevens. Shoots!
Through Belfour, 4-1. Scott Stevens scores his third of these playoffs. Hull gets out of the way of Rafalski, and Stevens is coming up late, takes the drop pass from Pandolfo, and Eddie Belfour would like to have that shot back. He's let very few easy goals in these playoffs, but he should have had this one. As Stevens scores from the top of the circle on a rolling puck, the second Devil defenseman to score tonight.
It's a 4-1 lead, New Jersey. And you know the way this New Jersey team can play. When they get a 3-goal lead, I don't know. It's going to be a tough uphill climb now for the Dallas Stars.
Let's have another look at this goal. Scott Stevens didn't deliver a bullet by any means. He had the presence of mind to jump into the rush when Pandolfo got the puck. And I don't know whether he hollered for the drop pass, but he got it. And look at the puck roll, and kind of a half a slap shot on the short side. Beat Belfour. 4-1 New Jersey with 3:40 to go in the second period.
Two defensemen in on that scoring play. Stevens getting his third of the playoffs. Pandolfo, of course, the drop pass Harry just mentioned, and Rafalski started the play. Regan knocking one down now. Madden is bumped along the boards. The puck up along the boards to center, and Danico was waiting. Carbonneau just missed it. Sim gets in on the backhand. Missed the net. Carbonneau takes it, flipped it to the corner. Niedermeyer missed that, skated right by it. Niedermeyer back. Sim bodies him. White forward in the corner. Along the boards, Carbonneau went in to hit his man. Breland stays there. And it comes to the glove of Broder. Shot by Muller. Missed the goal. Carbonneau took a look. Nobody open, so he shot it behind the goal. Dallas trying to get one before this period is done. 2:45 left in it. It's a centering pass. Cote's shot, he was open and blocked. Kept in, but now they'll skate out with it. Niedermeyer, the defenseman, brought it up on the right side, but Breland goes to the net. Niedermeyer doesn't get the pass. It's center. The wicked shot is wide. McKay walked right into it and got a great pass. Carbonneau stopped by McKay. Again, Marshall through center ice. They don't give him any room. And it's again back down the ice. Riley Ash cuts in, trying to go to the net. Couldn't beat that last man. Matt Tkachuk, who now kicks it away across his own line. Hatcher straight up the ice. Neale! Riley Ash back down there. Look out! Arnott with him. Shot blocked. Matt Tkachuk didn't know where it was. It hit him, and then he didn't know where it was. Off the glass. Dallas trying to hang on here with 1:45 left in the second period. This Devils team has it all going tonight. Penalty coming. It's the first penalty of this game, and it is against Dallas. And we'll be back with the first power play of this game.
The safety of all-weather handling, the performance of precision cornering, and the intelligence of computer-controlled traction. Presenting the new Subaru Legacy with its best all-wheel driving system ever. It's bound to create a little performance anxiety.
Colin White threw a big body check on Hatcher. And here's the penalty as a two-hander right across the hands of Sikora. Hatcher, who joined the rush earlier, and White, Colin White, who's been a delightful surprise, comes up and knocks Hatcher flying with a great body check. And Stevens is telling you, you're taking a page out of my book, big boy.
Power play now, New Jersey leading comfortably 4-1. 1:35 left in the period. It's lifted high down the ice. Hatcher is off for slashing. 18:20 the time of his penalty, so the period winding down. And the Devils are winding up again. Malikov drills it in from center ice around the net. Zubov left it there. Gomez in on it first. He and Lemieux are after it. Sador goes to the far side. McGillney got it back to the line. Malikov shoots it in around the net. Gomez again. Back out. Malikov knocked it down. And Niedermayer gives it to him for the shot. He missed with that shot. It was hard and low, but off the net. In the final minute of the second period, it's cleared in at the side of the goal. Lemieux is bumped out in front of the net. Now they get it to Lemieux. And a shot, sharp angle stop by Belfour. Belfour and Lemieux close together, and Belfour hit his man. Long shot off the goalpost, and it stays out. Malikov drilled that one high on the iron. He'll try it again with a low shot. Tipped away by Belfour. They keep coming after Dallas. Relentless pressure. Centered through the crease. Not cleared yet. Off the skate. Lehtinen will get the puck and bring it out and dump it down the ice. 10 seconds left in this second period. New Jersey 3 goals on 8 shots in the second. Before the last barrage, they have 3 more scoring chances. The horn goes. Period over. 9-7 the total shots in the period, New Jersey. They got the 3 goals. Daniko, Sikora, and Stevens after 2. Devils 4, Stars 1.
It's Canada's first, Canada's favorites, Canada's leader, Dodge Caravan. And now Canada's all-time #1 selling minivan comes with our best price of the year, only $21,888, or lease for just $239 a month. All this plus no charge security package and no charge second sliding door. But only for a limited time. See your neighborhood Chrysler Dodge Jeep retailer now.
The excitement is building for Sydney. To be part of it, to experience it, is truly a joy. The 2000 Olympic Summer Games on CBC, Canada's Olympic Network. Don't miss a second.
Back in Jersey, where it's 4-1 for the Devils over the Stars, here's Brendan Morrow of the Dallas Stars. First, let's talk about this. You seem to struggle a bit with the leg. Any damage there?
Not really. It's a little bit sore, and it's been this way the whole playoffs. So I just got to fight through it, and it's a big game, so we'll just deal with it.
You didn't have much time to get ready for the New Jersey Devils. I wonder what in particular you're struggling with tonight.
I'm not sure. I think it looks like it's the Elias line tonight. They got a couple goals on us, and they're playing really well. We just got to pin and seal them and not let them beat us to the net.
Brendan, thanks. Good luck.
Thanks, Scott.
Brendan Morrow of the Dallas Stars. Coming up on After 40 Minutes, Commissioner Gary Bettman with Ron McLean. Here at Jersey, it's 4-1 for the Devils over the Dallas Stars as Hockey Night in Canada continues coast to coast.
Freedom. Control. Just you and your laptop.
Log on to autobytel.ca for vehicle pricing, product reviews, and a low no-haggle price. Autobytel.ca, the road to your next car.
He and I have this really weird connection. I mean, I've done Saturday night, and he's always done Saturday morning.
Experience is the difference.
It was just a
a pain every morning to reach for a pair of glasses.
Didn't like the way I looked in glasses.
5 minutes after I sat in the chair, it was done.
In one word, I can describe it. It seems like it's a miracle.
He was confident that I was going to really benefit from the procedure.
It's everything I expected and more, and I'd recommend it to anyone.
The results, I think, speak for themselves.
Call 1-800-663-IC.
Building a new home or remodeling an old one, come to the Lighting Boutique to make those difficult decisions easy. From outdoor coach lights to indoor fixtures and fans, including the largest display of chandeliers in southwestern Ontario. One stop at the Lighting Boutique is all it takes. And we can help with that new kitchen as well, with our gigantic showroom of brand name major appliances. The Lighting Boutique, helping you make those difficult decisions easy.
Imagine that shopping for an Optimum used vehicle doesn't feel like you're picking through leftovers. Gus Revenberg, Pontiac Buick GMC, is the regional dealer offering regional selection, pricing, and savings. All Optimum used vehicles pass a 150-point inspection and come with warranty. Gus Revenberg, Pontiac Buick GMC, Tecumseh Road East at Forest Glade Drive.
Get the regional dealer with the great price break. Everybody makes
Ken Danico, 126 playoff games in a row for the Devils. His would be the game winner if this stood. It's 4-1 after 40 minutes at East Rutherford.
After 40 minutes. Brought to you by Chevrolet Safe and Fun Hockey.
When it comes to half-ton towing capacity, Chevy Silverado beats any 4x4 V8 from Ford or Dodge. When it comes to size, Silverado has the biggest extended cab of any half-ton pickup.
What'd you do to my truck? I just gave it a wash.
Silverado, the truck from Chevy.
A man's got to protect his image.
We're back at East Rutherford. Here's Commissioner Gary Bettman of the National Hockey League. Did you want to jump in, or?
No, you're doing great.
Go ahead and roll. All right, here's what Don Cherry'd like to see. He'd like to see back-to-back games in the opening round, 4 and 5 nights possibly, or all 8 series, something so that the Stanley Cup's presented tonight instead of 2 weeks from tonight.
I would never disagree with Grapes. No, actually, we're about a week earlier than we were last year, and we're going to look at next season to see if we can compress it a little bit more. We've had some discussions with the Players Association about the prospect of back-to-back. There wasn't a great deal of enthusiasm for that. But
there wasn't?
No. And I understand that it's a long season, a lot of wear and tear, particularly when you get to the playoffs. But we're going to look at compressing a little bit more next year and see if I can get us into single digits in June to finish it up, which will be an improvement again over this year.
Because in all fairness, that's been your mandate, right, all along. What about people talk about shortening the season to 72 games or changing the format? The days off are clearly a killer, but you can't control that, evidently.
Actually, I thought we did a pretty good job of scheduling the playoffs this year. We had a little problem in Pittsburgh with building availability in the first round. There was a concert in the last round in Colorado, which cost us a day. But other than that, we've been pretty consistent almost every other night. And that efficiency is minimally what we need. But if we can get this done a little bit earlier, we're going to try and do it.
What else can you look at if it isn't back-to-back games?
Well, but you can't cut the regular season to 72 games, not under the current economics. And I believe our fans like coming to see our games. The regular season this year was terrific. There are a lot of teams that, by virtue of 1 or 2 regular season games, coming out differently would have been in the playoffs. So I like it the way it is, but even as a practical matter, it doesn't work economically.
What, all 8 series maybe then on the same night, or?
Well, we try to get maximum exposure, both for the CBC and our other broadcasting partners.
But don't both networks say, geez, Gary,
No, they say we can't get enough of it.
They're
we
happy
want
with
more.
It? Oh.
More. The ratings have been good.
Here's another question about the playoffs, and it's a strange circumstance, and I don't know if you've addressed it or thought about it at the league office, but obviously Brian Berard's injury concerned us a lot. Never mind the visor for the moment. Then it was John LeClaire got hit by Marty Brodeur's stick, and Adam Foote had a near miss with Yuri Lettinen's. And the rule reads on a follow-through or backswing, you're okay. Are you thinking of changing that?
I think as a practical matter, it's pretty tough to expect players who are swinging at the puck, if they're not doing it in a way that's absolutely reckless, to say, gee, if your follow-through hurts a player, players have to have some level of responsibility in protecting themselves. I'll give you an interesting statistic. You know, stick fouls are down this year 40% over 12 years ago. I know the perception is that there's too much stick work, that stick work's out of control, but when you look at over the last decade, it's actually less than it's been.
Who's Steve Ellman?
Steve Ellman.
Yes.
Steve Ellman.
How did you broker this deal last Friday, and how did you get Wayne Gretzky to buy in?
To help the audience, I think I need to say who Steve Ellman is. Steve Ellman is Wayne Gretzky's partner in Phoenix. Steve Ellman is the person who runs the company that has the development rights for Los Arcos and Scottsdale. He's the one who's got the rights to build a new arena. No Steve Ellman, no new arena. Phoenix Coyotes have a real viability problem. He has partnered with Wayne Gretzky. They're going to try and put together a group and make sure the development and redevelopment of Los Arcos goes forward, that there's a new arena, and that the Coyotes are alive and well in Arizona on a long-term basis.
Now, obviously, with Paul Allen expressing, is this true that Portland was interested in taking the team if that didn't work?
Let's put it this way. We were working very hard to make sure that the Coyotes stayed in Arizona. Beyond that, there's been a lot of speculation as to what could have happened, but fortunately, none of the speculation came close to being a reality, because on Friday night, the Ellman Group made the necessary payment to take us to the next step in the process.
Well, Wayne Gretzky aboard is obviously great news. Although it's as an owner, it's a different thing. Alberta has Alberta has a problem. I don't know if you felt like picking up the phone and saying to the 37 owners of the Oilers, please, Glenn Sather's meant everything to your organization. You know what he did for you when you went to Edmonton. He was the guy that said to the fans, look, if we didn't have Bettman, we don't have hockey here to begin with.
You know, Glenn is an important asset to the National Hockey League. He's a great spokesman for Canadian hockey, and no matter what he does, no matter where he goes, that will remain such. You also have to remember, he worked for Peter Pocklington for over 20 years in Edmonton. Due to a whole host of circumstances, the future of the franchise required a new ownership group. There are 37 owners. They're not going to always agree on everything, as is to be expected. Each disagreement shouldn't be viewed as a crisis. That franchise is stable. It's got a good ownership group, and the lack of unanimity doesn't undercut that. But it may just be that after working for one individual for so long, running the franchise the way you want, now being accountable to a board, it may have just been time for a change for both sides, and I don't think anyone should read too much into that.
No, but we worried. It's the same with Harley Hotchkiss, who's been a driving force at the National Hockey League as chairman of the board. If Harley's getting a little fed up in Calgary, as apparently it seems he is.
Well, I don't think he's fed up. I think, to the contrary, the ownership group in Calgary is doing what was done 2 years ago in Edmonton and what was done 4 months ago in Ottawa, namely attempting to re-energize the marketplace behind the team. It's difficult for a small market team in any country to be successful, to be competitive, to even survive if it doesn't have the appropriate local support. Harley, I know, is optimistic that the community, both the fans, the corporate community, the municipality, will step up and give the franchise the support it needs.
Yeah. Appears to be happening, no doubt
Absolutely.
about that. All right, did Bill Daly feel it went well today at the hearings in New York City?
You know, Bill Daly wanted to be here. He was scheduled to land at Newark Airport about 20 minutes from here at 8:15, and I was told that the hearing ran long and he didn't make that flight. And so I didn't have a chance to talk to him. Even in this great era of cell phone technology, we weren't able to hook up. My understanding is that the hearing has been moving along. I don't know if they finished at least this phase of the hearing today, but I'll get a report from him tomorrow.
That was Bryden, I guess, with the Ottawa portion of the hearing today. NHLPA, if they win it, that means any player could withhold services. Is that your huge concern?
Well, we think that a player should not be allowed to hold out and then become a free agent. There's something inconsistent with not completing your contract, breaching your contract when you have a valid binding contract, and not playing. Having said that, even in the case of a player like Yashin, if he were declared to be a free agent, the fact is you got to sit out a whole year, and careers in any sport aren't that long, and I would hope the arbitrator will rule in our favor because we think it's important, but a player's got to be willing to sit out a whole year to even get into this position.
Well, Gary, nice tribute to Rocket Richard. It's been a great Stanley Cup playoff run, even if there have been a few bumps along the road in terms of days off. Congratulations.
What bumps?
Yeah, days off. That 3-day break in that Colorado-Dallas series was a tough one.
But it was only 1 day more because of the concert, and you just have to deal with those things as they arise.
Good show. Commissioner Gary Bettman of the National Hockey League. I'd give you the last word, but I got to throw the commercial now. That's okay.
After 40 minutes, brought to you by Chevrolet Safe and Fun Hockey.
Number 9, Maurice Richard.
Revered as the greatest Montreal Canadian ever, CBC Television presents live coverage of the state funeral for hockey legend Maurice Rocket Richard. Tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Eastern.
The hockey playoffs are here. So bet on Proline.
Tofu casserole.
Yeah, got it out of this great vegetarian cookbook. Don't you love eating like this? Oh, it's the best.
Is that a grandpa burger?
Haven't had one in years.
Those were the days.
The Burger family's back at A&W, just like you remember.
I like to leave my problems at home when I drive. But if I can't leave them at home, I tell them they can come along. But only if they shut up and enjoy the ride.
The hockey playoffs are here. So bet on Proline.
Closed captioning of this program is brought to you in part by It's a Canadian Thing in 151 countries. Canadian Club.
Shots on goal after two periods are 16-12 for the New Jersey Devils. Here's one that John Madden was clever enough to get out of the way of, and Eddie Belfour unfortunately couldn't get in the way of. And that's the difference so far. It's 4-1, the Devils leading the Dallas Stars in Game 1 of the year 2000 Stanley Cup. Here's Scott Russell and one of the heroes.
Here's Ken Danico of the Devils, who got one through. Tell us about that and how big it was.
Well, as everybody knows, they're far and few between. I hadn't had one all year, and I kept preaching to the guys, I'm going to save it for a big occasion. We hadn't needed it yet, and fortunately enough, one went in for me. I know that's not my role, but it's certainly exciting to get one when you can.
What's been the measure of success so far against the Dallas Stars, Ken, in this first game?
Well, I think we've just come out and worked real hard. We've got the puck in and made their defensemen turn. We said we don't want to turn it over too often at the neutral zone, and if we do, they're big, strong guys, and they're going to counterattack. So we've got the puck in, made them work. They play only 4D most of the time, and we can wear them down, I think, if we continue to get the puck deep.
Ken, I appreciate it. Good luck.
Thanks, guys.
Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Championship will be here in 2 nights' time, 8 o'clock Eastern. That'll be the start time for all games in this series. And a reminder that tomorrow, fans all across Canada can share in the gratitude and the grief with Rocket Richard's funeral coverage on the CBC beginning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern, 6:30 Pacific on CBC.
Resisted barbarians, overpowered savages, thwarted the uncivilized. And that was just on the drive to work. Chevy Blazer. Steel-reinforced double-wall doors, powerful Vortec engine. A little security in an insecure world. Chevy Blazer, like a rock.
This is it. Penalty shot is underway as Como tries to give his team the go-ahead goal. He circles in his own end and picks up the puck. Moves across the blue line, fakes right, goes left, backhand shot, he scores! And the Nuggets take a 3-2 lead!
It's your concert hall. It's your car. Keep it going with Midas. New services, more parts, a lifetime guarantee. For more than mufflers. Go Midas.
Imagine a steel gas trimmer for only $159.95 with the power of a 30cc engine. But it's only at a full-service Steel dealer. Visit our website for a Steel dealer near you. Steel, built to last, priced to sell.
It didn't have to end like this. Use Armor All Protectant and Armor All Wash and Wax every time you clean your car. Armor All Protectant. Armor All Wash and Wax. They're not just shine. They're Armor All.
It's a scramble along the boards as both teams try to find the puck. Chipping away. Oh, what a hit by Junkin. And the puck comes loose. Scooped up by Davis. He's in all alone. He shoots. He scores! A great heads-up play by Davis.
Welcome back to the Continental Arena in East Rutherford, New Jersey. It's a little power play coming up for New Jersey. 15 seconds left in the Dallas penalty. First penalty called in the hockey game. 4-1 the score, Devils leading. And they move the puck up quickly to center ice. Headed across the line, Elias dumped back up, went after it. It's behind the net, Matvichuk grabs it. Hatcher is out of the penalty box. And it's shot down the ice. That's an icing call against Dallas. Big second period for New Jersey in this hockey game. After one, it was a 1-1 tie with Arnott and Sador trading the goals. Then Danico got his first at 2:52. Sikora his 7th of the playoffs at 10:28. And Scott Stevens his 3rd at 16:04.
Well, these guys have done quite a job. The Elias Arnott Sikora line. They have 4 points in this game, 6 points in this game, 46 for the playoffs. A +6 in 2 periods. 4 shots on goal, so that trio has been tough to handle.
Malikov stops the puck just outside the line and takes the return pass through the middle. Pandolfo shoots the puck in wide of the net. And again, Ogic is up there in a hurry, causing a problem. He gets the puck in front of the net. You reach for it and just missed getting one by Belfort. Nieuwendyk down. And Marshall going to the goal. The shot, Thornton watching it too, but it's by everybody and over the glass again.
Let's have a look at the goals scored in the second period. Ken Danico opened it with a shot from the point that Madden jumped out of the way of, and it went between the legs of Balfour. Then Sikora on a beautiful pass from Elias makes it 3-1. Scott Stevens scores on this shot from the top of the circle. So that's 3 goals from defensemen tonight. Stevens and Danico for Jersey and Sador for Dallas.
Shots are not bad, 16-12 in favor of Dallas. But it's the goals that has turned this first game around in favor of the home team. Devils leading. First shot by Manson blocked. Couldn't get a second one away. McGillney stopped the pass out and takes the puck away. Skates along the boards. Pass to his own line, works, and up comes Niedermeyer. Flipped it in. McGillney stopped and tried to turn back for a shot. McGillney behind the net from Nemchinov. Nemchinov comes up to help along the boards, and it'll be Manson skating the puck out. He made a great play to get it over on this near side. Ashenko couldn't make the second play, and Keane fired it back in front. Shot blocked, and it's cleared away from the danger area and lifted to center by Mogilny. Right back in on the net. O'Gur's pass to Gomez was pretty good. And Gomez shoots it in before heading off on a change. 2 minutes gone in the third period. Dano, rink-wide pass. That was too hot for Brett Hull. Nadano grabs it, cuts back in front. Look at that play by Nadano. Oh, goodness, the shot just missed along the ice. A good play by Nadano. But now here's a break. Coming in hard. Score! A beautiful goal.
The Dallas Stars have to gamble, and Matvichuk walked in off the left point, hoping to get a pass from Modano, who did some neat stick handling to walk out of the corner. here's the play. The shot goes wide. Now Matvechuk's down the drain. Badano takes the bad angle at McKay, and Breland goes in, and what a beautiful backhand by Breland makes it 5-1.
Boy, he just saw enough room on that short side up high. Breland's backhander, his second of the playoffs. It is a 5-1 New Jersey lead. McKay got the assist on that Breland goal. 2:21 the time. Not a great night now for Eddie Belfour. He hasn't allowed more than 2 goals in any game against Colorado. Now he's allowed 5. But it's a tough team he's up against tonight. Sikora centers one. Eliash was upended. Sikora gets a shot.
The roof is caved in on the Dallas Stars, and Eddie Belfour's not going to play the rest of the game. This is a mercy pull. This isn't because Belfour has been the reason. He hasn't been as sharp as usual. But this is to hope Belfour can recover and be sharp to play game 2. So Manny Fernandez is going to get his first playoff start of this season as Sikora slaps a rolling puck by Belfour from 22 feet out. 6-1 New Jersey.
2 goals in 41 seconds. And the goalie has to get a break. And you know Ed Belfour could use a break. He has been sensational in these playoffs for Dallas. Just not his night tonight. And it's a big night for the New Jersey Devils. They have not relented at all. 6-1, 18 shots.
And behind Fernandez, Ray Scampanello holds one of the glass supports that keeps the panes of glass in. So we're going to have a delay here while the workmen here come in and make a quick repair.
6-1 Devils. You're watching the Stanley Cup Championship on CBC, brought to you by Labatt Blue.
8 seconds. Honda's car dominance is showing once again.
Right from the start, these Honda bikes have been running 1-2.
Want to see the results of our latest racing endeavors?
Honda is back in F1.
Just look in the garage. Honda, the largest engine manufacturer in the world.
3 assists in the game now for Eliash. Arnott with him on the assist of Sikora's goal, making it 6-1 New Jersey. It's not a happy bench over there for Dallas.
The ability to bounce back. That's the spot the Dallas Stars are in.
Nearing the 4-minute mark now. New Jersey has this game pretty well put away early in this 3rd period. That's a big lead. 5-goal lead for the Devils. Kolik up there. Lemieux up there. Pass to the line. And White's easy shot nearly got by. It was deflected. And Fernandez had a little tough time moving for it. Wouldn't that have been something, the first shot?
We have another penalty called. I think it's going to go against the Stars, who took exception to the fact that Bobby Halik was looking for a rebound. And so the Stars have compounded their problem by taking a penalty. Thornton and Marshall got hurt on that shift and went to the bench in a big hurry on his own, but he doesn't look like he's too happy at the moment. Thornton takes a penalty. as he tries with more than just normal gusto to get Bobby Halik out of in front of the net on the shot by Colin White. There it goes right here. Halik gives him a kind of a push. Nieuwendyk knocks him down, and then Thornton comes in and gives Halik the two-handed gloves in the face move.
Thornton in the box at 3:35 of this third period. Nothing getting better for Dallas.
Eddie Belfour, I'm sure, will be the starting goaltender in Game 2. I don't blame Hitchcock for pulling him. He's won all kinds of games on his own in this playoff, and his teammates have let him down tonight.
A roughing call against Thornton, setting up this power play for New Jersey. Only the second power play of the game. On their first, they had one shot. Malikov shoots the puck in. Carbonneau on the ice, around the net with it. He goes after it on the boards as McGillney was nailed pretty hard over there in the corner by Hatcher. Shot down the ice. Niedermayer coming back. He and Malikov are there, and Malikov takes the puck away. Lead pass works for Gomez to center, dumps it to the corner. Hernandez out of the net, backhands it high to the glass. It is knocked down and flipped behind the goal for Lemieux. Gomez and Lemieux after it. Matt Tkachuk is there, made a good play, stopping Lemieux. And Modano comes up across center ice. Mike Modano gets over the line, nearly got in. Little backhander got through, and Brodeur shot down. Look at that breakaway pass. Offside. That was so close at center ice. Olik thought he had made the move properly.
Well, New Jersey began to take this game over in the second period, but two fast goals have put the Dallas Stars right out of this game. And let's have a look at them here in the third period. What a backhand by Breland. Not many guys can get it up that quickly. And then the Elias line, who have 9 combined points. Sikora makes it 3 goals for their big line. And the New Jersey Devils have got the Dallas Stars down and by the throat.
Those 2 goals in the span of 41 seconds. That is hard to swallow for Eddie Belfour. Face off inside the line now. Downcast Dallas team. A thrilling 7th game victory over the powerful Colorado Rockies. The Avalanche out there, and of course in the Rockies. They say, let's go Rockies, let's go Avalanche, whatever, but they're gone in that great 7th game against this Dallas team. Long lead pass through center. Holik moves up, takes it off the boards. Shot it behind the goal. Elias to the line. Rafalski feeds it ahead. They're staying outside for this bit of a power play, waiting for the perfect setup. They might get it. Setup.
18 straight penalty kills for Dallas in these playoffs until Jason Arnott scores on a lovely pass right there, and he just taps it in as he gets position on Matt Tkachuk. Hernandez, no chance whatsoever. Hernandez is giving Arnott a little bit of trouble, but not much. You see how Matt Tkachuk didn't get between the goalie and Arnott. And by the time he got to Arnott, it was 7-1.
Who would have guessed? A 6-goal lead with over 14 minutes left to play in the third period. On these 2 fine defensive teams. Well, these 2 great goalies. But the Devils are very, very sharp in this game tonight. Right from the get-go, they took it to Dallas. And they're still doing it. 7-1. Wow. Nieuwendyk cuts up over the line with a pass to Thornton. He got in front all right. Got a shot, though. Power play goal, that last one. By Arnott, his 6th of the playoffs, 2nd of this game. Sikora and Holik got the assists. 5-12 the time as Modano comes in. Gets in on the wing. Shot is wide of the goal. Modano fights for it. It'll be the Devils getting it out. McGillney sweeping away from center ice and coming in. McGillney cuts inside, right in, and it's stopped by Fernandez. But what a play by McGillney. Yes, McGillney appears to be back. Good rush by McGillney.
I know you're in there.
Third quarter sales index.
The deck. It's the deck.
This summer, every Friday is Freedom Friday. Sun-baked patios, good friends, and beer. Ice cold brew light beer.
It's the deck.
The light is blue. Freedom Fridays. Come on out. We'll be at the patio.
Some used vehicles come with a few surprises. Others come with a manufacturer's warranty, a complete 150-plus point inspection, roadside assistance, and a hassle-free exchange privilege. That's an Optimum used vehicle, backed by General Motors. Something new in used vehicles. Available at select GM dealers.
You have firearms? Here's an important message. The law requires you to have a firearms license or a valid FAC by the end of this year. Everyone who owns or uses a firearm needs a license. This is not the same thing as a registration certificate or a hunting license. Starting next year, you'll have to show your license to purchase ammunition. Don't delay. Apply now. We can help you with your application. Call 1-800-731-4000 or visit our website. A message from the Government of Canada.
Without saying a thing, the faces on Ken Hitchcock and Bob Gainey tell you exactly what's going on here in this hockey game. There will be no problem motivating the Stars in Game 2. The problem is, can they handle this Jersey team?
Not tonight for sure. Jersey, from the drop of the puck to start the hockey game, they took it right to him. A shot came close to getting in. McGillney's inspired here in the third period. Dallas clearing it, and there's McGillney sweeping back to center. Didn't get the long pass in. Zubov to the other side. Dallas down to Morrow, a little bit too far for him, and the goalie has to play it. Brodeur. There's Morrow coming in hard. Hit his man, fell. Slow getting up, but he appears to be okay. Stevens shot the puck to center ice. And lots of room up there. Zdeno brings it back with a shot in again. That's Nemchinov. Comes away. Sikora takes his pass and comes to the line, lifting a high one in. This could be a very slow pace now. Set up by the Devils. They're leading by 6 goals. They'd love to slow it down. Dallas, good move at center ice by the defenseman Zubov. Keane can't keep it in. Sador is back, trying to give it to King. That's intercepted by Eliash. Sador runner played it again, then back inside the line. Lyashenko knocked it down, but couldn't continue on. Comes to the line, all right. Sador shot, blocked, no rebound. Brodeur hangs on.
Martin Brodeur. Any goalie will tell you when you're winning 7-1, the saves aren't as difficult. And he makes a good stop on this through a mob of players. Letnin's right there for the rebound, and there isn't one. Jason Arnott scored 2 goals tonight. When this big horse decides to go to the net, it's almost impossible to corral him. He beats Nieuwentyk the net to get his first. Then he gets in behind Matvichuk for his second.
Carbonneau wins the draw. Shot, score! High shot by Sim right from the faceoff. And Carbonneau winning that draw so cleanly.
It is impossible defensively to get out to the man in the slot when the draw is won as quickly as Carbonneau won it to Sim. And Brodeur had no chance. Here's how fast it happened. You can see McKay's job is to stop at Sim and go on to the point. He didn't even get a chance to stop. There's McKay. Perfect shot.
Dallas attacking again. Score again. Wow, Muller was open in front of the net, and it was 7-2, and now 7-3.
Kirk Muller, who had got no points in 11 straight playoff games, gets this goal by going to the net with a stick on the ice. Now, these goals are not going to get the Stars back in the game, but they are going to make some guys who haven't scored for a while feel a little better about themselves. Danico gave the Star right winger way too much time, Carbonneau, and he made the perfect pass to Muller, and we have a 7-3 game.
7-3 it is. 2 quick goals by Dallas. Puck to the center ice area. Thornton tries to bring it up there. Sim got his first goal of the playoffs with that shot high. Newendijk offside. Thornton was over the line, and it was called on the offside.
Well, Kirk Muller, who's been a nice addition to the Stars, he has been part of their penalty-killing group. He's been part of their defensive forward role, plays 10 or 11 minutes a night, and I'm sure he feels pretty good about getting a goal, especially here in New Jersey, where he scored quite a few as a Devil.
Face-off coming just outside the New Jersey line. Dallas striking quickly for a pair of goals. I don't know what that does for them. Down so many goals. 7-1. A little light shining. They're down 7-3 with 11:20 left in the third period. Pass through to Lemieux, and he dumps it in. Fernandez out of the net, stopped it on the boards, and Dallas move it out again to center. That's letting him bring it in. Tried to set up Keane, was going for the goal, but he was grabbed from behind and slowed. And then Lemieux got away from Keane's hit. Polsky to the glass. Out it goes. Manson takes a look around. Back to his own line. Stepping up. Sador. Got it in deep all right. And Dallas is changing as we approach the halfway mark of the third period. New Jersey Devils. Powerful team tonight. 7 goals. McGillney, the forechecker. Darrow to the left, and he gets the pass. Comes to center ice, takes a look, and rolls it in. Brodeur will play that for his captain, Stevens. It goes ahead, it gets out. McGillney waits for the pass ahead, and there it is. Went up after it, but it was cleared by Zubov. Forte has to come back in a hurry. McGillney gives chase. On the boards, Nemchinov back for McGillney. Couldn't handle that one behind the net. And Dallas will clear the puck to center. And Chinov checked it well. Niedermeyer and Gomez to his right takes it. Through center. Flipped it in. Heads off. He and McGillney as they change again. Muller waits for the pass ahead. And there it is. Took it on a skate. Got it out. Across the line to center. Went up after it. Had a stick lifted. And they're back in. Elias to the left. Picked off. Arnott shot. Blocked. And the Stars recover. Carbonneau easily glides to center. Lifts one into the glass. Knocked down by Brodeur. Played away to the corner. Kept in by Sador. Comes out around the net. Lost it. He tried to wrap around. Might have had some room too, but lost it. Now Danico will take it and try to shoot it away. Does. And the play is called. With 9:08 left to play in the third period. 7-3 New Jersey.
Hey, how did this happen? It's not really you, is it? I mean, you were always so more out there. Now this is more like it. Honda has just what you need. Take a demo ride. These bikes will astound you. Great deals, easy turns. Now is the time to buy. So stop sniveling and get out there.
For a limited time, when you get laser vision correction, your friend can come too, for free. Call Icon Laser Eye Centers.
People come from miles around to shop at the Tilbury Auto Mall.
We're your convenient one-stop car and truck shopping location.
If it's choice you're after, we've got it with over 1,200 new and used vehicles.
All our vehicles are gone over with a fine-tooth comb, ready for your approval. Centrally located, lots of selection, great prices. It's the only place to shop your next new or used vehicle.
The Tilbury Auto Mall. We're not far from where you are.
Dreams can come true. Help the Tilbury Auto Mall and the McCarty Cancer Foundation find a cure.
Toronto at Florida, Friday at 7 Eastern. Labatt Blue Jays Baseball on CBC.
There are the last two goal scores, 12 seconds apart. That ties an NHL Finals record. Montreal Maroons and the Montreal Canadiens did it. 1935 and 1955.
These two by Carbonneau. The latest one. And John Sim. 2 goals in 12 seconds. Little light for Dallas. Thornton shoots it in. 7-3, 8:45 left in the third period. Puck shot down the ice. Hernandez was going to leave the net. They saw Sador back with lots of time. Icing called against New Jersey. Game 1. Looks like a victory for the Devils. Game 2, well, we'll see. It'll be here again on Thursday at 8 o'clock Eastern on CBC, coast to coast.
You might have been able to make a little money betting that there would be 10 goals scored tonight. In 1992, Pittsburgh beat Chicago 6-5 in the finals for 11 total goals. That's a record. There's 8:39 left, so that record could be tied this evening.
I said Carbonneau early. Excuse me. Carbonneau assisted on Sim's goal. Muller also assisted by Carbonneau. So Guy picked up the 2 fast assists. 7:43 and 7:55. Sims first, Muller second. Wyashenko got it back. Lettinen tried to feed it in front and did. But they're recovering this time, and here goes Niedermeyer. They catch him, but McKay got a shot. Nearly got the rebound. Hernandez had one off his shoulder, and the big rebound, it was covered. Cleared down to center ice. Danico hangs on and waits. Keane is the guy in forechecking. Dallas can't move it in. Back in for Breland. Just shovel the puck along the boards to the corner. Cote the other way. Dumped out of the zone, and behind the play, a penalty has been called. Someone got a slash in. It's another Dallas penalty, and it's Manson this time.
Here's a good chance by Dallas, and then it converts into a rush by the quick skating Niedermeyer, but he can't get away from Lettinen. But McKay gets a bouncing shot off the right shoulder of Fernandez, and on this play, Manson takes a penalty for slashing, so the New Jersey Devils will have a power play with 7:55 to go. It's McKay, 21, who took the slash right there on the back.
So 7:50 left in the third period. And again, power play for New Jersey. Manson off at 12:05. Devils have one power goal in the game. 2 chances before this one. At the blue line, Rafalski had a notion to shoot it. Winds up now, just threw the pass ahead to Holik. He's bumped right away. Elias has to come in to help. Holik trying to get a skate on it. Matmachuk tied him up. And it'll be Carbonneau who finds the opening. Right down to Brodeur. 7:10 left. Elias feeds it in. Arnott hot tonight. In on it. Arnott had the puck stolen by the referee. McCreary hit a skate as he tried to go around the net. Falsky leaves it at center. Checked, got it ahead. Bobby Holik waits. They were changing. So he waited long enough and then had to go back to Niedermeyer. 7-3 the score. Devils. Malikov And it's chopped in by Niedermeyer. Sador pounds it high on the glass. Malikov stopped it. In for Lemieux. Looks back to the line, but keeps going to the net. The centering pass. Hit a skate. Went behind the goal. Lemieux got it again. Left it. And then Lemieux a third time. Lost it now. But at the line is Malikov. Look out. Shot. Blocked. And it goes wide. And then diving for it is Fernandez with a crowd in front of him. Again, let's visit with Scott.
Thanks very much, Bob. Just a little update on one of the Dallas Stars. Captain Darian Hatcher is in the locker room now. He's being evaluated. He has a leg injury, is all the information that the Dallas Stars will give us, and they will have a further update on the condition of the Dallas captain at the end of the game. So Hatcher in the locker room with a leg injury. Bob?
And that better not be serious.
30 minutes a night Hatcher plays, and 25 of them he's in a miserable mood.
Not a great night for the Dallas Stars. Down to the Devils. And their captain now in the room, as Scott just reported. An injury. Cote through center. Carbonneau. Pass gets up to the line to Keane. The shot is deflected by Whites and into the crowd.
1 second left in Manson's penalty. Now, when Manson went to the penalty box, there's a camera in the penalty box to get a look at the penalized player. And here you can see Dave Manson doesn't particularly want a picture of him. And he puts the end of the hockey stick up and gives you an idea. There's the camera looking right at the guy. So if you're mad at yourself for taking a penalty, one of the last things you want to do is let that rotating camera get a shot at you.
Good thing they don't have a mic with it.
We got a good look at the stick, Dave Manson, at least the end of the stick, Dave Manson.
Little break. Puck shoved up by Pandolfo. But Manson was back there. Dallas moving out. Stopped at the line by Lemieux, but he couldn't hang on. Olik does with Pandolfo, with Lemieux. Can't shoot it. Had a stick lifted at the last second, but he keeps going away from McDonald. Centered it. And the goalie, Manny Fernandez, had to fall on it on the post and hang on to it. 5:30 left in this one. A 7-3 Devils lead.
From the rugged hills of the interior to the scorching heat of the Badlands, Canada is a torture test for any engine. But with MotoMaster's Formula One climate-proven oils or advanced synthetics protecting your engine, there's nothing that can stop you. Well, almost nothing. This is Canada. MotoMaster works here.
I need my light.
What light?
The light I ordered on your website.
This isn't the website. This is the store site.
You mean I can't get my light?
Not at this site.
Same store, same lights.
Different system, different sites.
I came in here because I thought I might
find the same things that were on the website.
Doesn't that seem right?
Now, in hindsight, if the site was tied to the website, then it would be easy for us to give you your light. Excellent insight, Dwight.
Forget it.
One company, one place for information. Now there's an idea.
Good night.
It's the longest recreational trail in the world. So it's not surprising that the world's original sport utility vehicle was the one chosen to open it up. After all, if you were building a trail linking Canada from coast to coast to coast, what would you choose?
Face-off coming to the right of Manny Fernandez. In for Ed Belfour here in the third period. Covering again as the goalie. Manson hangs onto it as Nieuwendyk turns and takes the pass off the boards. Lost it. Arnott nearly got a shot. Sikora moved up to help him. Sikora takes it off the boards. He was pushed into the boards in the corner. Arnott comes in to try to dig it out, and he does. Arnott around the net, looks out front. The pass was deflected away, and it's cleared down across center. White back. Lead pass lifted high by Arnott and into the zone. Zador moves away. Played it to the line. They do get it out, but nobody can move too far. Nieuwendyk tries it. Demancy had to glove it down. Now turning back is Mike King. Up ahead, Lehtinen lost it. The Stars bring it in, though. Mayashenko was stopped. Keane went in to pick it up, and he'll get there. Keane turns, trying to pass, got it along the boards. Mayashenko in there, and turning is Lehtinen. He's covered behind the net. Keane flipped it behind the goal. Gets out in front. No pass for him, though. And Melikov will bring it out. Just dumped it away to center. Stars stop it there. McGillney tried it. White will play it across his own line. Go to center. Was bumped a little bit, but keeps going. Up for McGillney. Centering pass. High. Knocked down by Breland. He had to shoot it in there. Mayashenko was back. Was Zubov. Coming away. 3:50 left in this hockey game. Zubov turned back by John Madden. The crowd is happy with this evening in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Rafalski back. Sim chased it. Okay, takes the pass. Knocked down beautifully. Near center by Breland. But he couldn't keep going. Matvichuk and Kotek. Matvichuk around the net. The goalie was bumped. Accidentally. Play shut down the ice. And Roder coming out. Dumped it away. The net down there at the other end with that last skirmish came off the moorings. That's why they stopped the play.
Dodge Dakota brings you a startling new advancement. Doors. Great big ones. On the driver's side and the passenger side. Each with windows that go all the way down. So what's the big deal about two great big wide opening doors? Nothing. But 4 is a different story. Dodge Dakota Quad Cab. Real truck, real doors.
John Madden being helped into the New Jersey dressing room as he slid in to Sim and got up slowly. We'll try and get a report on that.
Rafalski for the Devils. Lost the puck coming out, and Hull centered the puck. And there's Niedermeyer standing right there waiting for the pass. Olik gets it down across his own line to center. Hull backhands it in again. Cote is up on the rush. But Pandolfo will bring it out. He was caught by Mike Modano. They're offside. Lemieux brought it in. Olik was still in.
See if we can pick up how Madden got hurt. Number 11 and White. He missed some time with a bad knee earlier. And he and Sim collide, and you can see Madden reach for his right leg. And you have to think he may have got hurt. He got hurt against the Flyers. Hatcher has not played here, and he and McGillney collide right at the Zamboni door. And Hatcher and McGillney. Hatcher doesn't even go down, but he goes straight to the bench and has not returned. What a loss that would be.
2:40 left in the third period of Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Championship. Glove pass, stopping this rush. 7-3, New Jersey.
Well, we mentioned in the opening that Scott Stevens' mission was to take care of the Hull-Modano group. They have not got a point, so I think Mr. Stevens could say that mission is accomplished here in Game 1. But remember, no matter what the score ends up, it's a one-game loss, and that's what Hitchcock will be harping on.
Mind you, the Devils have only had 23 shots in the game, but they were all quality, almost all quality chances. Hence the 7 goals. A long shot stopped by Fernandez. 17 shots on the board for Dallas for their 3 goals. And 2:15 remaining. It'll be a one-game lead in this best of 7 for the home team here in East Rutherford. The Devils will take this first game and handle it. Up to center, Melikov. In it goes, and off he goes. Mayashenko skates to the right. Little pass up for him, got by him up the center, Lettinen. Lysenko stays with him. Lettinen's pass in front, knifed away by Brodeur. Kept in. Fired back to the net. Lysenko couldn't pick it up from Lettinen. And Lettinen goes in on the forecheck. Niedermeyer, 1.5 minutes left. Oh, he nearly lost it in front of the net. Lettinen, the forechecker, in there. Keane comes up. Niedermeyer calmly got to the center, but he almost gave one away. 1:20 left. Cote lost it. Gomez fell, got back up, and nearly got through. Sim couldn't get the puck out of the zone. Cote and Zubov. Zubov threw it ahead. Long lead pass broken up, and Gomez shoots it back in. 1 minute left. 7-3, and the crowd on its feet. One game up on the Dallas Stars in the best of 7 for the Stanley Cup. White shot it on the boards, didn't get it out. Carbonell couldn't stop it. It's clear to center. Alex McGinley coming in. McGinley stops, played it over in front. Gomez was covered by Zubov. Zubov takes the puck. McGinley after him. Cote around the net. 25 seconds as Muller goes to center with a long shot. Easily gloved by Martin Brodeur. And Rafalski looks at the clock. And he hears his fans on their feet and cheering, appreciating this effort of their team tonight. Lemieux's shot is stopped by Hernandez. And that'll do it. There's one last face-off coming up with 4 seconds left.
There's a penalty call here, Bob, and Manson's going to get another, but only 4 seconds to go, so it isn't going to mean anything but a statistic.
Elbowing the call for Manson. And he finishes the game right there in the penalty box. This game in the books just about at 7-3. New Jersey out shooting Dallas in this third, 8-6.
The New Jersey big line, Iliash, Arnott, Sikora, 11 points in this hockey game. So Larry Robinson's big offensive group came through. Ken Hitchcock cannot say that about his big offensive.
There's the last face-off. Danico shot blocked. Horn goes. This first game is over. Final shots in the game by New Jersey 24 and by Dallas 18. And the final score in game 1, the Devils 7 and the Dallas Stars 3.
Live on CBC, Hockey Night in Canada. Brought to you by Labatt Blue. A whole lot can happen out of the blue.
Welcome to Williams Food Equipment, the chef's store.
Once you've tried a KitchenAid appliance, you'll wonder how you ever got along without one, with all the colors of the rainbow from which to choose.
To produce the best food, you must use the best ingredients and equipment. The heavy-duty Garland has been pulling its weight for over 150 years.
Cuisinart does it all, from processors that slice and shred whole fruits and vegetables, to the blender for anyone who would like to chill out.
We're Williams Food Equipment, the chef's store. From gadgets to appliances, we've got what you're looking for.
The 48-inch, 20-horsepower riding mower from Scott's. It's got a fully welded steel unibody frame, plus a solid cast iron front axle, a remarkable turning radius, and all the power you'll ever need. You'll wish you had a bigger yard. Scott's Mowers, available at the Home Depot.
It's easy to let the little things slide, but not your family's safety.
So stay on track with Michelin MX4s from Canadian Tire.
Mentioned earlier tonight that 80% of the time the winner of Game 1 wins the Cup, but last year Dallas did drop the first game. There are the Ford 3 stars, Jason Arnott, Peter Sikora, Patrick Eliash, all play on the same line, and they were the top line tonight. So Game 2 is coming up in 48 hours. Dallas at New Jersey, 8 o'clock Eastern. The Devils will take a 1-0 lead into that. You can watch the Maurice Rocket Richard funeral coverage on the CBC tomorrow morning, 9:30 a.m. ET, 6:30 Pacific. Peter Mansbridge for viewers in Eastern Canada is next, and the National runs at its local time in the West later. Again, till June for Hockey Night in Canada. Good night.